1250 pregame show. Thanks for joining us. My name is Mike McGivern. I am with Sports Radio 1250 alongside Brian Calhoun, the ex-running back for the Wisconsin Badgers and the Detroit Lions. Brian, welcome tonight.
I'm glad to be there. Ready to see some football.
Yeah, as I am. Hey, listen, I think the storyline tonight is going to start with Menomonee Falls. You know, a year ago, they ended their season on the field at Camp Randall in the state championship game where they lost 7-0. And I think what that does to your program, Brian, is the expectations for the program go extremely high. They lost a number of key players to graduation, yet, you know, a lot of publications had them taken either first or second in their conference, and I think that may have been a little bit difficult for these young guys on Menomonee Falls. I think at this point, this game tonight's a big game for them.
I think so. And anytime you make it to the state final, anybody who's been there knows how hard it is. So that's a big accomplishment for them, but that was a different team. They lose 17 guys from last year. So it's a big game for them because, you know, last week was a rough start, so now they got to reach that expectation and win tonight.
You know, I agree with you. They lost last week. I think surprised a few people, not everybody, to a much improved Oconomowoc team. They lost at home. And I think, you know, a week with Coach Baker now, kind of expectations may have come down, maybe more back to reality, I think. And you don't like to think game two, a non-conference for that matter, game two is a must-win. But I do think that, Brian, I think before they start in their conference, this is a game that they really need to get.
Absolutely. Anybody says, you know, it was just a non-conference game, it doesn't matter. Well, that's not true. But now the game's over. Now you got to focus on tonight because you just have to win and look at every game 1-0. So they have to get past that game and look forward tonight and hopefully play well.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go over to West Bend East. This is a team that did not get a win in 2009. They lost last week in a tough battle. Talking with their coach, they have a lot of young guys on their team. They have 8 seniors, 4 who were not on the team last year. They play a tremendous amount of sophomores and juniors at key positions. Brian, you played varsity as a sophomore, and you understand the difference between playing JV and playing varsity, the size and the speed. This is a group of young guys that have not really caught up with the kind of speed that they need to play at, and this is going to be a tough test for them with Menomonee Falls.
Oh yeah, it's a different game. For sophomores who haven't seen this kind of live action, you're going against juniors and seniors who have been there, done that. So for them, it's going to take a few games to get on the belt, but you know, it's definitely something to look forward to the future where when they get seniors and juniors and seniors, they'll understand what it takes to win.
Yeah, I agree. You know, looking at the skies, it's a pretty good chance we're going to get wet tonight. Skies look pretty bad here in West Bend. What does that do to a game? We're on natural grass, Brian. You've played in some tough weather. Slows the game down a little bit. Who does that benefit? Menomonee Falls likes to run the ball. West Bend East spreads it out and likes to throw the ball.
It definitely neutralizes the game. It doesn't matter if you're a wing tee, spread offense, a running game. It neutralizes the game for both sides. But if you're a running team, it really plays to your advantage. As a running back, I enjoy playing this because you knew you were getting the ball every time. But if for a receiver, a quarterback, it's not something that you really want to play in.
Last question, we'll get to a break. As a running back in tough weather, it's one cutting up the field. You're not going to be dancing around. You're going to get one cut and then go, correct?
Yeah, there's no making guys miss. You're making one cut, you see the hole, you get through there and get as many yards as you can.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Brian. We're going to get to a break. On the other side of the break, we'll get over to John Weiser and Dick Basham for the call of the game. This is the All-State Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week.
Tonight's All-State Thursday Night Lights television broadcast will be seen live on My24.
Make sure your DVR is set to record tonight's game on My24. Plus, All-State Thursday Night Lights can be found online at My24Milwaukee.com. We welcome our title sponsor, Allstate, and their youth to support their X the Text program.
Allstate and My24 urge students and their families to stop texting while driving by pledging to X the Test. Students can sign a pledge tonight by visiting Allstate agent Jeff Newman in Allstate booth located in our TNL fan experience area out north end zone, or by contacting any local Allstate agent.
Welcome back to Carl Pick Field in West Bend. Side of tonight's game, West Bend East hosting Menomonee Falls. John Weiser, Dick Basham with you, set to bring you the play-by-play action tonight. A winless team a season ago for West Bend East, a state championship run for Menomonee Falls. And Dick, the question is, contrasting styles here tonight abound.
Yeah, that's a huge contrast, and I think even a little bit bigger problem for West Bend East. They're a little bit undermanned. They're about a 35-man team, and Menomonee Falls is a 70-man team. And West Bend East only has 4 seniors on the team that were on the team last year. They have 8 total. So they're a very young team, but Coach Tony Michaels likes his team very much. They worked very hard in the offseason, and he believes that they're going to play hard every down, and that's all you can ask your players to do. With regard to Menomonee Falls, they had a great run last year, and had it not been for Marquette High, they probably would have been undefeated. And it turned out that Marquette played Falls in the state championship game. It was a great game, 7-0. However, they have got to replace 18 starters that they lost, and that's a huge loss. But they have a 70-man roster, and so they have a lot of players to choose from. They have 4 solid players back on defense, which really is a good place to have them. Offensively, they're a little bit younger and inexperienced, but they did do some good things on offense last week. So I think it'll be a good football game.
Both teams dropped their season opener. West Bend East to Kewaskum a week ago. Menomonee Falls falling to Oconomowoc. So, again, kind of a pair of hungry teams, but I would think a little bit more dangerous if you're Menomonee Falls here tonight.
Well, that's true. Menomonee Falls, I think, has beaten Oconomowoc in the last 3 or 4 years when they played them to start the season.
Yes.
This year, Oconomowoc got the best of them. They have a good young coach, and they
Tony
have got their
Michaels
program
is the
going.
guy
And I
with
think
the,
it might be a blessing in
white hat
disguise
and
for
the
Menomonee
black
Falls,
pants.
because
Mickles, I guess
when you're
it is
coming
Tony
off
Mickles.
that good team from
And John
last year, you have a
Baker is
tendency
the-
to keep looking back rather than looking ahead. And now this team is forced to find their own identity, and I think Coach Baker will have them ready to play tonight.
Your keys for the game tonight?
Well, the keys for the game tonight, I think for Menomonee Falls, they need to maintain field position and keep West Bend East backed up as far as they can from the goal line. And they need to establish their running game, because that's how they make their living. And they need to look for some physical mismatches on offense with the receivers, I think, against the defensive backs. As far as West Bend East is concerned, they need to stay out of predictable situations so that Menomonee Falls defense is off balance a little bit. And they need to keep the Menomonee Falls defense off balance by doing things unorthodox rather than running on first down, throwing in unusual situations, that type of thing. And finally, I think they need to blitz Menomonee Falls to slow up that running game a little bit if they're going to stay in the game.
We're set to bring you the opening kickoff. It's coming your way next. This is All-State Thursday Night Lights. Yes, we can.
Yeah. No, that's Menomonee Falls. Right, John Baker, right.
Yeah. Yeah, to the west.
Whoa. Well, West Bend coach has got a white hat on. He's got black pants. He's the only one down there with the black pants. Yeah,
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Right. Talking to the referee. We're going to discuss lightning. That'll be interesting. We're going to allow to fill.
Back at Carl Pick Memorial Field, John Weiser and Dick Basham with you. And, of course, the weather going to be the storyline, I think, here tonight. And some discussion already going on here prior to the national anthem and kickoff regarding lightning.
Well, that's a huge thing at any football game, especially a high school game. And the officials have the call here. It's their game, and they decide when it needs to be postponed or delayed in order to keep everybody safe, including the fans.
And that is the major factor here tonight. Rain, no problem. Coach, you've been around this game 40 years, and rain is not going to be the problem here tonight. It's obviously the lightning and possible storming, the severe storms.
That's correct. the rain makes the game interesting for the players. Most guys like to play in the rain. It's kind of fun. They like to slide around in it. Coaches are a little bit annoyed by it because it makes the ball slippery and we get more turnovers, and sometimes it evens up a playing field that isn't quite so even because of the situation.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The ruling on this is from the first sight of lightning to the last sight. You've got, what, a half hour after you see the last flash of lightning?
I believe you have to wait a half an hour after the last flash. Whoever decides that, it would be the referee, and he'll be I think talking with Jeff Rondorf, the athletic director here at West Bend East. So they'll make the decisions.
That's what they're discussing. As you see the athletic director on the right there and our referee tonight, Mike Beck, and they're discussing the situation as we get started here. And it was a fairly nice afternoon. Had a little bit of rain move through here about 1 o'clock or so.
That's
it
right.
poured pretty heavily out here, and so the field took some moisture early on. It's still in pretty good shape, and pretty breezy afternoon, but about an hour before kickoff here tonight, the wind has died down and has clouded over, and we could see some thunder and storm activity here for the ball game.
Exactly right. The flag is barely moving, and it should be an interesting evening if we can get the game going.
So we still haven't got the official word if we're moving forward here. The officials are still huddled around on the near sideline just below us. So we're just about set, waiting for the national anthem, and then we can get going here tonight.
Right. Evidently, there's some kind of a delay.
At this time, please rise for the singing.
So what we'll do, we'll go through the national anthem. We'll have that for you here tonight, and then it's hopefully some high school football tonight between West Bend East and Menomonee Falls.
Stripes and bright song, roll up there from the sky, for the rampart we'll watch, words of gallantry sing. And the rocket
Crowd settling in for this one here tonight. Carl Pick Memorial Field, West Bend, Wisconsin. Both teams looking for their first win of the season, coming off losses last week. West Bend East falling to their arch rival Kewaskum, and somewhat surprising, Oconomowoc knocking off Menomonee Falls a week ago, Dick.
Well, that was a little bit surprising. Of course, Menomonee Falls coming off an outstanding 14-2 season, and but Oconomowoc has improved over the last couple of years, and I think they showed that they're going to have to be reckoned with in the Little Ten Conference.
Well, we do have some lightning in the area, as you heard during the national anthem, so they are going to clear the field. We're going to at least be under a delay here to get things going here tonight, as both the benches have been emptied out here, and they're going to be reporting back to their respective locker rooms over at the high school. So we will be under a delay here for a little while, as it is starting to rain, but more importantly, it's the lightning that is going to be the factor here tonight. So we will be under a bit of a delay, and hopefully we'll have football for you a little bit later on here tonight from West Bend Wisconsin as a non-conference matchup. Final tune-up for both teams heading into conference play next week. West Bend East against Menomonee Falls. We've got a lightning delay here in West Bend. We'll take a break and come right back right after this. This is All-State Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Welcome back to the All-State Thursday Night Lights. We're in West Bend, Wisconsin for our ball game here tonight. John Weiser and Dick Basham with you. The storm has moved through. As you can see, it's going to be a wet and muddy evening here at Carl Pick Memorial Field, and the lightning and storm has pulled off to the east. The rain is for the most part let up, but about an hour delay here, almost an hour delay because of that storm that went through. So, Coach, what's going through the minds here of some of these players and the coaching staff?
Well, they're getting a little antsy, I can tell you that, because there's always anxiety before the game, and then to have to go in and sit in the locker room for 45 minutes and wonder what's going to happen or how long it's going to be does take the edge off a little bit. The field is pretty muddy. It was muddy before it rained, and now it's even muddier. That certainly will affect the game and the ball handling. Both teams are spread teams. They use the long snap on rather than the quarterback under center. I always felt that a field like this favored the offense because they know where they're going, and the defense has to react.
Well, let's send it down to Mike and Brian. Get their thoughts on this delay.
Welcome back to Carl Peck Memorial Field here at West Bend. West Bend East against Menomonee Falls. The rain's gone away. I want to talk a little, Brian, about the player mindset on this. Brian, first of all, have you been through something like this before?
Yeah, I mean, back in 2001, we had a game against Burlington that we actually had a longer delay. It was about an hour 15. So the guys were in the locker room, they're in the gym, just relaxing. But when you come back out here, it's time to refocus, get back turned up to playing a game tonight.
You know, as a coach, what you're trying to do, I would think, is trying to keep these guys loose and making sure they're not thinking about going home, getting their homework done.
Oh, absolutely. But they came here to play football, so they're just excited to get back on the field and play.
Yeah, you know, no doubt. I would assume they took the time to stretch, maybe go through game plans again, walk through some of the special teams, just making sure that everybody's ready to go.
They're ready to go. You can hear them in the background. They want to play some football.
Hey, last question before we send it back up to the box. This field is wet. I mean, we're about ankle deep in water. Again, as a running back, you're feeling pretty good about this. You know you're going to get the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's one possession. You're going to get the ball tons. Not a lot of passing, but the running backs, the offensive linemen, defensive linemen, they love this kind of game.
No doubt. Well, this should be fun. We're about six minutes or so from kickoff. We're going to head back up to the press box. John Weiser and Dick Basham.
Mike, thank you very much. And Dick, good time to go over the keys to the game here tonight.
Right.
Again, we said the two spread offense teams here. How is this going to affect that?
Well, it's going to change the game because there are going to be mistakes. There's no doubt about that. I think both coaches understand that. You hope that they're not fatal. But I think Menomonee Falls still needs to maintain field position and keep West Bend East backed up as far from the goal as they can. And they need to establish a run, especially in a field like this. If you can run the ball, that certainly is going to help a lot. And they need to look for those physical mismatches, I think, from between their receivers and possibly some of the defensive backs from West Bend. On the other hand, West Bend needs to try to not be predictable by getting themselves into long yardage situations where they can blitz them and stuff like that. They need to keep the Menomonee Falls defense off balance with throwing on first down, maybe using the run, the draw play, things like that, especially now with the mud. It's going to be a little bit harder to throw the ball. And finally, I think they need to blitz Menomonee Falls to keep them from establishing that running game that I talked about a little bit earlier.
Well, Menomonee, or I should say West Bend East, won our coin toss about an hour ago, and they have elected to receive. They will defend from our right to left in the maroon and gold uniforms. Menomonee Falls in the white and burgundy uniforms here tonight. So we're just about set for kickoff of our high school game. Better late than never, as
That's
I
right.
always say.
Right.
And
it's never too late to play football.
And hats off to our crew here tonight, too, for My 24 and All-State Thursday Night Lights. They did a fantastic job weathering through the wind and the rain and the lightning that came through here an hour ago. So we're excited that you're back with us, and hope you enjoy our broadcast here tonight from West Bend. As we said, the Suns will receive, and standing back to receive on the kickoff return team for the Suns, Robbie Wenninger and Brandon Erbst standing deep to receive. I'll check that. That's actually a different person back there. Looks like we're going with Sam Mindel Jr. On the near
One
side.
of the defensive backs, yeah. Or one of the receivers.
And Ulicki will tee it up here on the 40 to our left, and we are underway here in West Bend. And this kick will be bobbled momentarily by Wanninger inside the 5, picks it up, tries to get it across the 5, and is met by a host of Falls players and stopped at the 6-yard line. Forward progress just across the 6-yard line. So the Suns will be stacked up deep. John Kontowitz on the stop for Menomonee Falls.
Well, I think that backs up what we were just talking about. The ball gets greasy as soon as it hits the ground. He was able to pick it up, but he didn't get the handle on it, and then was getting a lot of pressure, tried to get outside, and couldn't quite get to the edge.
They'll spot it at the 7, 1st and 10, Suns. Zach Lemke, a junior at quarterback. He'll have Sam Lemke in the backfield. And Paul Kaufman is split end, who caught a touchdown pass a week ago. From the spread, they'll send the man in motion to the far side, Mendel. Back to pass, Lemke. With time, airs it out, going down the sideline, incomplete. Looking for Trevor Pruitt down that far side.
Well, I just said don't be predictable. That's pretty unpredictable. You're back on your own 7-yard line, and you air it out right away. And that was a very good throw. Just slightly overthrown. The pattern was nothing more than a fly route, but he did have a couple steps, but didn't make the connection.
Checking that West Bend East offense, Zach Lemke at quarterback, Sam Lemke at running back, no relation. Mendel at a flanker along with Pruitt. Up front, Schaefer at the tight end, Ryan Cush, Kacharik, Parrish, Schneider, and Nagraki up front offensively. And they'll try to run the middle, and nothing doing. A stout Falls defense led by Bobby Nellison, the middle linebacker, able to stop the play for no gain.
Well, that's the heart of the defense. They have 4 seniors back from last year in the middle, and that's going to be a tough place to go tonight. I can tell you that right now.
So 3rd and long, 3rd and 8. Ball at the just across the 8-yard line, stacked up. Just underway, first possession here for West Bend East. They'll spread them out, 4 receivers, empty backfield. Drag a man in motion, Mendel. Fake the handoff. Lemke will take it across the 10, well short of the first down. John Kontowitz, the junior linebacker, able to make the stop defensively for Menomonee Falls and force a 4th down and a punt.
Yeah, they faked the handoff to the motion man, and the quarterback kept it up the middle. And again, that's a tough place to go, but they're trying to establish a run, and can't fault them for that. Now they hope to get a good punt so they don't get backed up into their own goal line here to defend.
This will be interesting. Your long snapper, Kerry Parrish, snapping back to Lemke, and there it bobbled it, picked it up, got it away. It'll be a short kick. It'll bounce just across the 30, take a favorable Suns bounce across the 40-yard line and roll dead at the 44. So a 33-yard punt, no return, gives Menomonee Falls good field position on their first offensive set of the night.
Well, West Bend was very fortunate because Menomonee Falls was setting the wall for a return, thinking that they would have to protect and not get much coverage. He dropped the snap, but able to pick it up and get rid of it. And to be on the 44-yard line in those conditions, I think is pretty good.
1st and 10. We'd like to welcome First Bank Financial Center as the first down sponsor on All-State Thursday Night Lights. First Financial Banking Center. Discover the community banking difference. From the 44 of the Suns, they will hand it off. Here comes Falls around the near side, and that is Matt Christensen. 5 carries, 18 yards, takes it inside the 40-yard line before he is stopped by Zach Decent, the junior linebacker.
Well, I think Falls looks like they're going to go with 2 running backs in the backfield now because of the conditions. Maybe because of the field conditions, and Christensen can fly, but again, you can't cut very well on this field, and he lost his footing right there, cutting on his inside foot. He's got to cut on that outside foot in order to stay on his feet.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7, shotgun with 2 backs surrounding. And this time on the carry, first man through.
Scroggins, Kevin Scroggins. That's
Kevin Scroggins,
rusher,
the senior. Brought down by Belkowski, Matt Belkowski, the junior outside linebacker. For Falls, Greg Roble at quarterback. And Kevin Scroggins at a running back along with Christensen. The split end is Malafa. And Von Bank is the flanker. Up front, Ryan Bross gets a start at left tackle ahead of Eric Morrow. Morrow out with an injury. Golomsky, Mana, Bensler, and Bross, your offensive line. Third and long, third and about 6 here from the 40. They'll throw and overthrown, incomplete. The receiver falling down as that pass got there. Pass intended out there for Malafa, the split end.
Yeah, that ball was, it's a well-thrown ball, but it was off the target. It was a little bit behind him, and you could see as soon as he tried to slam on the brakes, he ended up on the ground. That's going to be the way the game goes. It's got kind of a night.
Waniger and Herbst back deep to receive what they think will be a punt. Ulicki taking over the kicking duties this season for Menomonee Falls. High snap, gets it down. End over end kick. They'll let it bounce inside the 15, and it will be stopped dead inside the 5 and down at the 3. Let's see. They'll move it back out to about the 5-yard line on the first illegal touch there. And so they will pin the Suns back again inside their own 5-yard line for their second possession.
Well, this is typically what can happen in a situation like this when you have bad field conditions. One team gets the field position. They don't get a first down. They punt it back the other team up. They run a few plays. They kick it back out, and this could go on for a while unless somebody can make a connection on a pass or get a long run here.
Out of shotgun. The Suns will run it right up Lemke. Lemke out across the 8-yard line, just short of the 10. Zach Lemke, quarterback, handing off to Sam Lemke. John Kontowitz, the outside linebacker, there to make the stop.
Yeah, as you watch the game tonight, both teams are going to look very similar in what they're trying to run, and they're both run that same style of pistol style of defense and be running the same plays.
Second down, we'll call it 8 here. Again, Lemke in trouble in the backfield, met and drilled down. Actually got a yard or 2 out of that before he is finally wrestled down there.
Well, Lemke's he's a game kid. It appeared to me that he was trying to fake 2 handoffs to the motion man and to the back next to him, and then kept it on the quarterback keep. But they're down to 3rd and 4, which is a manageable situation under these conditions. See if they have a short pass that they can complete for a first down.
Lemke, the quarterback, with a little bit of an equipment issue there, gives us a chance to welcome our title sponsor, Allstate, and urge you to support their X the Text program. Allstate and My24 urges students and their families to stop texting and driving by pledging to X the Text. Students can sign a pledge at the Allstate booth at our Thursday night lights games, or they can go online, allstate.com/teen, and get more information. 3rd and about 5 here. And they'll run it right up the middle and make the 15, maybe the 16-yard line. Lemke on the carry that time. Close to a first down. Looks like he's going to be short, perhaps by about a yard.
Yeah, that was the same play. The quarterback puts the ball in the back stomach, and he reads the blocking and decides whether to give it or keep it, and they gave it to Zach gave it to Sam, and they're a yard short. 4th down.
Kontowitz again on that last tackle. We've called his name early here. He's having a pretty good game here early on. Once again, the Suns punting away.
Come on, D, get it!
And there's going to be trouble inside the 5 and wrapped up there. It's going to be Falls ball inside the 5 as they uncover here. That's what we said, the field conditions as they are, a slick football, and that's what will happen. Looks like Jared Bratchett there to make the recovery as we take a look at it here on our All-State replay. It was a low snap.
Was a low snap, and the punter had his knee on the ground. Had he caught the ball, he would have been blown dead right there anyway. So it's his first break for Menomonee Falls, and see if they can convert it.
So the Falls offense at the Suns' 5-yard line, 1st and goal. And Rubble will take it and gets it inside the 5 down to about the 1-yard line. Kevin Scroggins again. Bottini, Josh Bottini on the stop.
Right. Just a simple handoff, direct snap to the quarterback, ride the back, give him the ball. Got about half the yardage that they need. 2nd and 2, it looks like.
Scroggins, their leading rusher from a year ago, that's returning. 23 carries, I should say, 174 yards and 3 touchdowns on the season a year ago. Again, they'll send twin receivers here to the near side, send the slot man in motion to the left. The handoff up the middle, going with it. Justin Johnson to the goal line, touchdown, Menomonee Falls.
Yeah, they brought the motion man in. I think that's Yafi Harvey, and he just turned up the hole and let it in.
It's a good heads-up run here.
Should see the back come in. They all turn up. That's student body up the middle is basically what it is right there. And it's very effective play under these conditions.
Power on power that time is touchdown by Johnson. Ulicki's kick for the extra point is through, and 6:20 remaining here in the first quarter. A two-play, 5-yard drive, and it's a 7-0 Menomonee Falls lead.
Well, that's a case of getting backed up in this situation and not being able to get out of there. It could turn the other way in a second, and Menomonee Falls could find themselves backed up. It's going to be like that for tonight, and it's going to make it a very interesting game because of that.
Well, last year's ball game, it was Indians getting 27 straight points to start that ball game, and en route to their win over West Bend East 41-6, the final a year ago.
Well, that was a different team than the one here tonight, and of course West Bend East is different too. They're better this year, I believe, than they were last year. So I would be surprised if it went 27 straight, but I've been wrong before.
Mindel and Weininger back to receive.
I think the important thing here is they need to handle the ball and try to get themselves some room to work on offense.
Yeah, they have not had the field position both drives tonight so far for West Bend East at their own 5-yard line. Running up will be Mindel at the 15, coming near side to the 20, stutter step there. Makes a nice spin move, takes it across the 25, hangs on to the football to the 27-yard line. Zach Weinberg there to make the tackle on special teams for the Indians. So better field position here
that should help
for the West Bend East Suns here with 6:12 remaining in this first quarter, down 7.
It is better field position, but they're also in the muddiest part of the field, so it might be a good news, bad news situation here.
So let's see how the Suns break the huddle here. Zach Lemke at quarterback. They'll put Pruitt in the backfield here. And they'll throw. Near side complete here on the near side. Caught by Kaufman. Paul Kaufman out across the 35 and out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Gain of 9 for the split end. Paul Kaufman, the sophomore. Josh Smith out there in coverage, able to usher him out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a nice throw, right on time. Very difficult to cover, especially on a muddy field where the defensive back has to give him a little bit more room. If they can do that when they need it, that'll give them a chance to get out of here and get some better field position.
It was a gain of 10 and a first down for Kaufman. Kaufman, the hero last week with the touchdown catch in the loss to Kewaskum. This is Lemke on the carry. Gets to the line of scrimmage, met by a host of Indians and driven down there for no gain. Leading the charge, Nellison and Kontowitz, the inside linebackers for Menomonee Falls.
They'll come up at 2nd and 9 now. That really is a passing situation, and I think having completed their last pass, that they have the confidence now that they can put the ball in the air, even though they are still on their side of the 50-yard line.
Send Pruitt split out to the right side. Lemke from shotgun, throwing near side.
Well,
contact and a flag down.
Yeah.
There was contact in the back that time. On the coverage was Cole Hernickel, a sophomore, the strong safety, going over the back that time of the intended target, Kaufman.
That was similar to the other pass that they completed. And
you could see from our vantage point there was contact in the back just as the ball was getting there. And it was a nice pass, though, by Lemke with the conditions, able to get off a nice throw.
Timing passes are what you need tonight because you're not going to run a lot of fancy patterns because you don't have the footing to do that.
So it'll be a 15-yard walk-off and an automatic first down here for the Suns. So moving the football here after their first 2 drives, stalled out inside their own 15-yard line. Lemke will hand it off to Sam Lemke, trying to right side, trying to get pulled down from behind, makes something out of nothing across the 45 down to the 43-yard line.
And that was a play that moved left to right. He lined up on the left side of the quarterback and took the ball right in front of the QB and just worked his way along the line of scrimmage looking for a hole to duck into. And there wasn't a lot there, but he did get a couple yards and bring up 2nd and 8.
Nellison again on the stop, a 2-year all-conference player, a senior, 6'2", 210-pound linebacker for the Indians. Sets up a 2nd and 8 from the Indian 44-yard line. Pruitt in motion to the far side. They fake the handoff. Quarterback Lemke will keep it inside the 40, and he is turned away at the 39-yard line.
Now that's a double fake play where the flanker comes in motion. He's right at the quarterback when the ball is snapped. He almost runs into the ball. He gets the fake to the back next to the quarterback, keep it up the middle. So it's kind of a version of what used to be the old wing T offense, only it's done from a spread alignment, and it's very effective and can be confusing to the defense.
Spot it right at the 40-yard line. 3rd and 4 here for the Suns. 4:10 to play here in this first quarter. Again, Pruitt in motion. The snap to Lemke, the quarterback. He'll take it up the middle, tries to get to the first down stick, struggles to the 35 where he's pulled down there. May have enough for a first down.
They're signaling first down. That was a nice run. There was not a lot of room there, but I have to give the offensive line, they're coming off the ball really well under these conditions, and they're starting to get some movement, and they're playing against a solid Menomonee Falls middle there. So you got to give credit to Sam Nagrocki and Brandon Schneider and Corey Paris and Eric Krasarik and Ryan Cush. They're getting the job done right now.
So a first down here for the Suns. They've moved the football to the Indian 35-yard line. Under 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter. They trail by 7. Pruitt in motion far side. Tries to get the handoff. Ball loose. It's still on the ground, and it's picked up. It looks like Pruitt got it back, but a loss all the way back to the 44-yard line, and that's the risk you run with that spread offense, taking that direct snap with the man in motion coming across the quarterback's cage.
Well, John, you're exactly right. This is then the timing is very good. I think it's more matter of the slippery ball than anything else. Yeah, the quarterback did not get the handle on it, and as a result, he couldn't give it to the back, and it fell right to the ground, but it didn't roll around much. So they got lucky and got it back. So now they got 2nd and 16, 17. They got their work cut out for them.
Send a receiver left, receiver right. They'll fake the handoff. Lemke, the quarterback, met in the backfield. Another loss back to the 49-yard line, a loss of about 5.
Numbers are getting hard to read as to who got that tackle, but he was in the backfield, and that play was pretty much dead from the get-go. And
looked like it was Kittredge, the nose guard, who got in there.
Right.
So another loss of 4 officially here, so 3rd and about 20 here with 2.5 minutes to play. Gives us a chance to remind you, you've heard the hype, now see what it's all about. You can catch Kevin Conley and Jeremy Piven in Entourage weeknights at 11, starting September 13th on My 24.
Well, your choice here is maybe to throw a long ball, and if you complete it, fine. If it's an interception, it's as good as a punt.
Hand it off.
They're choosing to run it.
Lemke across the 45 down to about the 42-yard line where he is stopped there, well short of a first down. Tyler Kittredge, the nose guard, again in on the tackle for Menomonee Falls. So a promising drive stalls out and a couple of losses, a left handoff, and then a quarterback sack back near midfield, and the Suns' drive comes to an end here.
This long snapper now, he has to make sure he gets a dry ball.
Kerry Paris is no slouch at long snapping. He's a Coles Elite long snapping competition last year.
That was a good snap, very good snap.
And Pruitt will get off a nice kick. It's going to bounce, picked up off one bounce by the receiver back there on the punt return. It was Justin Johnson, I believe. Pick that. We'll step out and take a break. 7-0 Menomonee Falls on top of West Bend East. Back with more on the Allstate, I should say, Thursday Night Light Football.
What's that?
We're having trouble hearing each other. How's that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that better? All right.
Is that better now? You can hear me better?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Well, 7-0 Indians on top of West Bend. Late here in this first quarter, a short drive, 2-play drive for the touchdown off the muffed punt. And so Menomonee Falls back in business this time at their own 16-yard line. And they will. It's Scroggins again with the first carry through, and he is met by a host of West Bend East players led by Batoni, the outside linebacker.
Yeah, he was right there. That was a good tackle. He dropped him right on the spot. There was no extra yardage. So, and I think it's very important that West Bend East can maybe go 3 and out here and get the ball back in good field position again.
Alafa split out here the near side. Von Beck to the far side. Backs are Scroggins and Johnson. Plenty of time to throw. Going to air it out. Far sideline man out there. Leaping grab out of bounds. Incomplete. Couldn't handle the football, running into that boundary in front of his own bench. Pass intended there for, I believe it was Malafa. And
well, it was a good throw, and he did have it in his hands, but it's that situation that we're going to keep talking about. The conditions aren't conducive to long throws. But it was a catchable ball, and it was a good throw. You have to give him credit there.
Earps was there to make the stop defensively on the coverage. So 3rd and about 7 here from their own 18-yard line. Again, they'll work from shotgun. Roble sends a man in motion to the far side. Going to roll right. Now breaks down. Has to get rid of it in a hurry. Ball up for grabs, and it's picked off here on the near side. Taken away by the Suns and returning it inside the 25 and out of bounds there was Waniger, the cornerback here on the near side, the senior with a pick that time. Looked like the ball slipped out of Roble's hand.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was a little bit up for grabs, and he had better position than the receiver did, and he made the play.
So we take a look at it here in the All-State replay, rolling out and just threw that one up, kind of a wounded duck, overshot his intended receiver on the near side. That was his flanker, Von Bank, and it was a nice pick that time.
This is the break that the Suns needed, and hopefully they'll take advantage of it.
Out of the shotgun. Lemke with time goes over the middle, completes here to the near side, inside the 20, ball on the turf. It looks like he got it right back, went to his tight end, Harrison Steinhardt, the junior, with his first reception tonight, and Ellison on the stop.
Yeah, that was a nice play. I think he looked to the outside to the wide receiver and then came back inside and just popped a little dart to the tight end.
Gain of about 7 sets up 2nd and 3 here in the final seconds here of our first quarter. And Lemke on the run-up left side, struggles forward inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Should have enough for a first down as our second quarter comes to an end here in West Bend.
First quarter.
So our first quarter coming to an end, 7-0. Menomonee Falls on top of West Bend East. Back with more on our All-State Thursday Night Lights right after this.
He said second quarter.
Did I?
Second quarter comes to an end, yeah. That's right. It should be the second quarter on the clock. I'm having trouble seeing the numbers very well.
Yeah.
On My 24, we're bringing HBO's great comedy Entourage to weeknight. It's the show that says, hey, what good is fame if you can't share it with your friends? Check it out weeknights at 11, starting September 13th.
Looks like he's going to be short.
Boucher Automotive Scholar Athlete of the Week is West Bend East, Brandon Schneider. Brandon is a senior with a 3.546 GPA, captain of the football team. He's also a wrestler, baseball, and a track team member. And he has 100 hours community service coming into his senior year. Give Brandon Schneider a big round of applause. He's got a chance to win $5,000 from Boucher Automotive at the end of this year.
Got it. Second quarter set to begin here in West Bend. 7-0 Menomonee Falls over West Bend East. Our real fan camp tonight presented to you every week by Wendy's. Wendy's, you know when it's real. Nice crowd on hand, able to weather through the lightning and rain that came through here earlier. They measured during the quarter break. It's 3rd and inches. Quarterback keep as they get it inside the 15. They need the 14-yard line for first down, and it did not look like he got enough of a surge to get there, Coach.
I agree. He all of a sudden ran up and took the snap under the center, and it depends on the spot from the side officials to see whether he got it. It's going to be very close. I think he got it by 2.5 inches.
Ulicki was there along with Prout. We'll see as they stretch it out. And it is enough for another First Bank first down.
Well, they're in a good spot on the field. There's less water over on that side of the field there on the left hash mark, and it gives them a little bit better footing to run their offense right now.
Trying to take advantage of the interception here. West Bend East trailing by 7. They gave up a short touchdown drive midway through that first quarter. That was set up by dropped punt to the punter. Pruitt had trouble handling a low snap, and Menomonee Falls able to cash it. Now the Suns answering on their turnover. Lemke with time. Left side, overshot his intended receiver, incomplete on that far sideline. Well over the head of the intended target, Kaufman.
Yeah, they were just trying to get about half that distance to the goal line, and ran a little what's called a hitch route. It's about 5 yards down the field. The receiver just turns on the spot, and the quarterback tries to hit him right in the hands, and he actually threw it over his head.
So 2nd down and 10 from the Menomonee Falls 14-yard line. Both teams searching for their first win of the season. Trying to make that big leap from first week to second week. As Lemke on shotgun will keep it. The quarterback trying to go up the middle. And again, a very stout defense for Menomonee Falls, stacking up that middle for a gain, no gain, maybe even a loss on the play. Again, it's Nellison, that all-conference linebacker, leading the charge up the middle.
Bobby Nellison is as good a linebacker as there is in the Milwaukee area. And he's been playing, this is his 3rd year as a starter. He's the 3rd, I think, of 3 boys who have played for Falls. And you're not going to run a lot when he's around. I think if they work the edges, they have a little bit better shot at making a few yards here.
Probably still see him in your dreams from that championship game a year ago, don't
he
you?
and his brother both.
Out of shotgun, 3rd, we'll call it 11. Lemke hands it off, sliding off to the outside. I believe that's Pruitt. And Pruitt gets it down to about the 10-yard line. Tough to tell with the numbers now as the mud and muck creating the, that was Sam Lemke actually on the carry. 2s and 7s all looking alike.
Right. All right. I can't tell if they're bringing the kick. Looks like they're bringing the kicker in. They're going to try to get 3 points out of it. They do have decent footing here. But it's certainly not a guaranteed 3 points in this situation.
Zach Lemke will hold. Paul Kaufman will attempt the field goal here. They'll put it down on the far hash mark at the 18, so this will be a 28-yard attempt. Have a little bit of a wind at his back here. Good snap, ball down, and it's blocked. Flag down as well. Ball is rolling around near the 18-yard line. Going to be covered up by Menomonee Falls, but the referee threw a penalty flag right at the snap, and I believe this will go against the Suns for either illegal formation or somebody left uncovered on the line. It is a false start penalty on the Suns. It will be declined, and so Menomonee Falls stuns the Suns here on this last bit of this drive, turning away a 28-yard field goal attempt on the block.
Well, that was
we got a hand on it
jailbreak right here. There was 2 or 3 guys in there.
Quite see it came right up the middle. Tough to tell on that angle exactly who got a hand on it.
90, I believe. Tyler Kittredge, I believe, had a lot to do with what happened there.
It was Kittredge indeed who got a hand on it. So Menomonee Falls takes over 1st and 10 on their own 17-yard line. Robo will work his way around to the near side, struggles back to about the line of scrimmage.
It's a little zone play. He had backs on either side. The quarterback had a back to his right and his left, and he actually handed it to the back on the right, going left, and the left back when it came the lead blocker.
Christensen on that carry. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
Christensen's a track runner. He's very fast, so they need to get him out in open space. That's where he's going to be his best.
Again, Roble from shotgun. Hand it off to the second man through.
Well, they're playing a pretty conservative here.
Again, yeah.
Right.
Zach Decent there on the stop, the linebacker. 6'1", 171-pounder for West Bend East.
You might look at Menomonee Falls tackles. They're brothers. One of them's 6'8" and the other's 7 feet. The one, Ryan on the left, 7 feet tall. You don't see many 7-foot linemen, especially in high school.
And Ryan getting a start tonight for the injured Eric Marhall. Third down and long. They'll hand it off up the middle and gets turned away.
Short.
Ball on the ground. Let's see, the Suns recover. They came out near the 20. No official signal yet.
Well,
and now the referee signals Suns ball. It was a fumble indeed, recovered by West Bend East at the 20-yard line.
Well, I think I said after the Falls scored their touchdown that this could easily turn around and the same thing could happen in Menomonee Falls, and that's exactly what is happening. They're backed up. They're giving West Bend chances. They just haven't capitalized yet.
He gave it to Christensen and it
That's
scored
a
it
good
out
hit
just
by
as
the
he got
linebacker.
through. Yeah, the linebacker got in there, 41, Decent, knocked it out,
Yeah.
and it was recovered by Nate Turner. So the Suns now, their second takeaway of the ball game. And Lemke turns and hands it off, and first man through was Sam Mendel. Mendel, the flanker, normally a junior,
Right.
6 foot, 146, getting the carry that time for a short gain of 1. Nellison again there on the stop.
Okay, now they're right in the middle of the field. They got room to work the edges here. I think they're going to have to take advantage of the pass situation because that defense is too much, a little bit too much for them right now.
They'll send Pruitt and Kaufman split to the left. The tight end, Harrison Steinhardt, lined up here to the right side. In motion is Pruitt. He'll get the handoff coming around the near side. Has some running room. Nice block by the tight end. Inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, that was
Steinhardt
a good
did a
block.
nice job with that initial block, coach, clearing out
He
the
did.
space on the right side.
Yeah, and it's out in the open field where there's a little bit more room to operate. And running back did a good job right there of turning it up.
Yep.
Very, very well done. Very well done. Yep.
So a gain of 7 sets up 3rd and 3 for the Suns.
Number
Just
53,
inside.
Sam Nagraki was out there as well.
Again, Pruitt and Kaufman split left. Steinhardt, the tight end, lined up here on the near side. And Lemke going to throw over the middle. It is caught. That was Zach Schaefer, the tight end from the left side. Just ran a little go and across the middle that time. Made the reception. Certainly made sure he had his hands on it. And covered up inside the 10-yard line. Should be enough for a first down.
Well, that's that safe control passing game. The tight end just takes a release off the line. He's about 5 yards down the field, turn around in the hole between the linebackers, look for the ball. Just like playing catch on the sideline.
Bovee was there to make the tackle, but not before Schaefer picks up the first down. 1st and goal, Suns from the 7. Again, Pruitt in motion. Lemke will keep it. The quarterback dances his way to the 5, spins forward to about the 4.
Well, it's the same play they've been running. Fake to the flanker in motion, fake to the back, quarterback keep it. That at least delays the reactions of the defense enough where the lineman can get on them and get some movement. And they're chipping away here at it.
A timeout going to be taken here by West Bend East, stopping the clock with 6:20 to play. Again, a reminder, Allstate asks you to support the text program. Allstate and My24 urge students and their families to stop texting and driving by pledging to X the text. Students can sign a pledge at the Allstate booth at all of our Thursday Night Lights games, or you can go online to allstate.com/teen and get more information.
Well, we're in the middle of the second quarter, and it's been 2 different games. The first quarter was pretty much played at West Bend's end, and the second quarter is being played at Menomonee Falls' end. It'll be interesting to see what they decide they need to do here. They're 5 yards from the goal line. They've been able to move the ball, both running and passing. That's certainly an advantage. As I said earlier, one of the keys of the game, I think, is to keep them off balance, keep Menomonee Falls off balance, because they like to put the pressure on.
Well, and trying to take advantage of a couple of takeaways. The interception that drove deep, the missed field goal, now the recovered fumble here. Trying to take advantage. You got to cash in these turnovers when you get the opportunity.
That's exactly right.
Well, spotted at the 5, 2nd and goal. Lemke from shotgun. We'll hand it off. This is Pruitt around the left side, going for that pylon, dives forward. Did he get in? He is short. The official,
short of the goal
the line judge right there, said he came down short. The knee went down short of the goal line before the ball crossed the plane, so they'll mark him down at the 1.
Official put his hands up. I thought he was going to signal a touchdown, but he was signaling timeout. That must have been out of bounds.
So 3rd and goal from the 1 here for the Suns. Empty backfield. Now Lemke will duck in under center. He'll take it himself. Tries to bounce it left side and in for the touchdown. Good second effort by Lemke to bounce it to the left. Went over the left tackle. Ryan Cush into the end zone for 6, and they're an extra point away from tying this one up.
All right, that was a nice play by Zach Lemke, because they had it stuffed. You'll see right here the linebacker blitzes, and he bounces off of the defensive back and takes it in.
Cush and Steinhardt over there kept on going. That's what you do. You got to keep moving. Just keep moving your defender. Whoever's in front of you, just keep pushing them out of the way, and that allowed Lemke to squeak in from the left side. The snap, the kick by Kaufman is good. We are tied at 7, 6:10 to play here in our first half in West Bend. So finally able to cash in on the turnover, recovering that fumble and turning it in for the scoring drive. 6 plays, 20 yards, capped off by the Lemke 1-yard touchdown run.
Well, you can tell West Bend East is really fired up. I think they want to play well. They're hustling, they're working hard. Everybody's doing their job on offense, and they've been knocking at the door for the last 10 minutes of the game. Finally, they got a chance to even it up, and they did.
Let's get a look at Menomonee Falls coach John Baker. Gonna have to.
He's got to be a little concerned. I think actually West Bend East is showing more offense than Menomonee Falls has. Menomonee Falls had a 5-yard drive, and that's about all they got to show for the first quarter or first half so far.
Justin Johnson and Matt Christensen standing deep to receive this kickoff. Lemke a 1-yard touchdown run, and the extra point by Kaufman tying this one up as the rain begins to fall again here at Carl Pick Memorial Field. This will be a low liner, just rolling around and getting into the turtle position, one of the up men for Menomonee Falls, able to cover it up at the 30-yard line.
I actually think that's a good way to deal with the kickoff right now. Kick it on the ground, get the ball good and wet, and now don't give somebody a chance to make a long run because one of your defenders fell down. And
Ryan Bovey that time, the junior, able to cover it up. Gives Menomonee Falls starting this drive now at their own 31-yard line. Scroggins, the lone man in the backfield. 2 receivers lined up here to the near side. And the give is to Scroggins. Tries to work his way up the middle, breaks a tackle at the 35, and driven back at the 36-yard line.
That was a really good effort by Scroggins. He had 2 guys on his back, and he dragged him about 3 or 4 yards to get that. Get it to about the 36-yard line, which you give him. It looks like it's about 2nd and 6 right now.
Ball at the 36-yard line. Scroggins, as you get a look at the rain coming down here once again. No lightning, though. That's what we like. We'll take the rain. Don't need the lightning here tonight. As Robo will hand it off. This is, again, Scroggins trying to work the right side across the 36 out to about the 38-yard line, stopped short of a first down. You know, it's a show full of blood, sweat, and cheers. Don't miss all the action and drama in the cutthroat world of college cheerleading on the Hellcats Series premiere. That's Wednesday, September 8th at 8 on Milwaukee's CW 18.
Well, Falls is establishing a little bit of a running game here. Now if they get a first down, then they get their confidence back on offense.
From shotgun roll, that ball rolled back to him. He's going to have to fall on it back at the 35-yard line. There'll be a loss of 3, maybe 4 on the play, and that snap never came out of the muck out there by Alex Manna.
Yeah, he was on the ground the whole way back, and Roble did the right thing. He did fall on it. You can't afford to give West Bend the ball again inside the 40-yard line.
So 3 and out, an important stop here for the Suns defense. And they will get the ball back.
I think if I was West Bend East, I would rush the punter here and try to put some pressure on him. Looks like that's what they're going to do. They're bringing one of their deep receivers up, and maybe they're going to go after it here and see if they can get a bad snap or a break of some kind.
Licky with a high snap brings it down, end-over-end kick. It will skip and bounce. Picked up by Waniger across the 35-40. Has a whole 45, and he's met across the 45 at the 48-yard line. Smart run that time as he took that right up the gut that time, Dick, for the return. Well, 4:07 to play here in the first half. We're knotted up at 7. Our All-State Thursday Night Lights from West Bend continues right after this.
Opportunity to get free cash money for watching. Watch the premiere, and we're doing the quick draw assassin game. Go to our website, cwatmilwaukee.com, and as you
yeah, he's got Nellison's got 8 tackles. We got to try to work that in someplace. Yeah.
Within the pilot, and you win free cash. Out of that group of winners, one person is going to win
Conowitz has got a lot
$1,000
too.
on top of that. So be sure to watch Nikita next Thursday night at 8 on CWAT. And right now is another t-shirt called Make Some Noise!
Sure. Be sure to listen to the Wendy's Varsity Blitz Scoreboard Show Friday nights at 7 on Sports Radio 1250 WSSP. Get updates and scores from all the area high school football games on the Wendy's Varsity Blitz Scoreboard Show. Play action pass. Lemke with time, coming near side, has a man out there. Oh, through his hands, incomplete. I believe that was Harrison Steinhardt, the tight end, coming straight down. We'll check that for you. Brendan Schneider was in coverage there. Let's get another look. Well, no replay there, but again, just going for that fly route right down the sideline. The ball was there, and unfortunately, Steinhardt couldn't come up with the reception. Man in motion to the near side, and the handoff this time.
Nice run.
Nice run up the middle that time by Mendel, and he tackled by Weinberg. Zach Weinberg, the free safety, stepping up to make the tackle for Menomonee Falls.
Yeah, that was an excellent effort. Good blocking up front, too. He did had some room, and he got a few extra yards once he got into the secondary.
So gain of 7 sets up 3rd and short here. About 3.5 minutes. That's their first down. Lemke will hand it off on the carry of Sam Lemke, and Lemke should be close to a first down here. Let's see where they mark it. And they will move the chains.
Yep,
just enough for a first down. Again, Conowitz with the tackle now with 7 tackles here in this first half. And that is indeed a first bank first down.
West Bend East again showing they've got some offense and they're moving the ball. And they're playing on a short field, which makes it a lot better. They're one more first down and they're in 4-down territory.
From the Falls 41-yard line. Lemke from shotgun has time, right side, completed pass to Kaufman, dances his way on the sideline and driven out of bounds at about the 32. Close to another first down. Brendan Schneider, the corner here on the near side, with the tackle.
Pure timing route. 8 yards down the field, turn around, ball's there, take it, get out of bounds.
Very impressed with this offense here tonight for West Bend East. Got stuck on a short field there, or the back of their own end, their first 2 drives, but now have opened it up here and a chance to drive in here looking for their first lead of the night. It's coming in motion is Mendel to the near side. Lemke, the quarterback on the keep, tries the right side. Should get the first down across the 30 to about the 29-yard line. Cole Hernickel, the sophomore, there to make the stop.
They have enough time, plenty of time. 2:51 is plenty of time to score here before the end of the first half.
Again, the footing once you get to the outside here, particularly this spot here between the 40 and 20 on this end of the field, if you get to the outside, the footing appears to be pretty good.
Exactly. They think they'd work the outside here, or at least to the far side if I'm going to throw it.
As the rain continues to fall here in West Bend. This is Pruitt in motion. He'll get the carry. Coming around near side, may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Well, they had the right play called because Nelson, the middle linebacker, was blitzing, and he came in behind the play, but he couldn't catch up with it. Didn't get a lot of yardage out of it, but they didn't lose any yardage.
Credit the defensive end here on the near side. Santacola and Kittredge both were there, kind of held their ground, stringing that play out to the sideline.
Might be time to put it in the air again.
Suns with 2 timeouts remaining here as we approach the 2-minute mark remaining in this first half. Game tied at 7. Pruitt again in motion. This time Lemke, the quarterback, will keep it. Spins his way forward across the 25 to the 24-yard line.
On the other hand, maybe the quarterback should run it. So shortest distance to the goal is straight line. So coming up, they are probably playing. They certainly have 2 downs now to get the first down. So they're 3rd and 5.
And the Suns will take their second timeout here, stopping the clock with 1:46 to play. So impressed here with the Suns. They didn't get panicked after turning it over on that punt inside the 5. That certainly was a letdown moment, but they've come right back. They forced 2 turnovers of their own. An interception didn't turn into points, but then the fumble recovery did cash that in for 7.
Well, in talking to Coach Mickle early in the week, he said he likes this team, and he said, I'll tell you one thing, they will play hard on every down, and they have played hard on every down, and they haven't worried about what the score is or where they are. It's a long game. There's plenty of time and plenty of bad bounces out there yet, and they might find themselves backed up again the way Falls has been for the last 10 minutes or so.
West Bend East rolling up the time of possession before starting this drive, better than 13, almost 14 minutes in time of possession compared to 6.5 for Menomonee Falls.
Well, that's not surprising based on field position that they have had.
So 3rd and 5 here as Lemke will hand it off to Sam Lemke coming around here the near side, trying to get to the sideline. Tackled inbounds. Clock will continue to roll at the 21-yard line.
He had a little bit of running room, but it ran out of space real quick. Dave Starren came over and stuffed that play pretty well. That was a key play. 4th and 2.
4th and a yard and a half.
Yeah, they need the 19-yard line just inside the 20 for the first down.
That little hitch pass, I think, is right on the sideline here. It's a safe play. They got footing. The defensive backs got to honor the situation. They only need 3 yards.
Yep. And they're going to have to take a timeout here. They took too long getting that play in, and they'll burn their final timeout here with just over a minute remaining here.
Well, so that's not good now. That really cuts down the running game because they can't stop the clock unless they can get out of bounds. And it's probably best if they did work to the right side here, the near sideline, because the middle where they are right now is really a quagmire, and that's not conducive to running any kind of decent football plays, that's for sure. I'm not sure that Lemke has the arm to throw it all the way to the far corner on the far side, but there certainly is a lot of room out there. With a wet ball, it's tough to throw it that far.
Impressed with the fans here tonight, sticking around for this one, as we had over an hour delay before our first kickoff tonight because of lightning and storms in the area. It's been raining consistently here through the middle part of this second quarter.
Yeah, I think the real football fans are here right now.
And hats off to our crew. My goodness, they've done a great job here bringing you the pictures and sound here tonight with the weather and obviously a struggle there, but they've done a fantastic job here tonight. They certainly get my credit here this evening for their effort this evening. Kaufman's going to attempt another field goal here. This will be from the 27. This will be a 37-yard attempt for the near hash. Ball down. Kaufman's kick in the air. Plenty of leg, and it is wide right.
Wow.
Had just enough to get it to the across the crossbar, but came up to the right that time.
Okay, well, that shows that Coach Mickle has a lot of confidence in his kicker, because that was right in the middle of the mud where he kicked it. He kept his footing and certainly had enough distance to get there. Unfortunately, it just faded right on him.
Kaufman is going to look at this one.
You can see the rain.
It's Coach Baker is can't be happy at all with the way things have gone here in this first half. More disappointed, I think, in his offense, unable to move the football since that first touchdown drive.
Yeah, and they put the defense in a bad position. So
Roble, the quarterback, and he will keep it. Roble will get it out across the 25 and stacked up there, met by a host of Suns players on defense. So fired up defense here for West Bend. Zach Decent, the junior linebacker, leading the charge.
Well, the middle of West Bend's defense is very tough. They have 4 really good linebackers, both outside and inside backers are very good players.
Watch Roble, the quarterback, try and get up the middle. Yep. Gain of 4.
Following his guard up in there, got 4 the hard way.
2nd and 6, collision in the backfield. Scroggins and the quarterback, Roble, collided on the handoff. And Scroggins lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage there.
By Kevin Scroggins, brought down by number 7.
I think you got to give West Bend's defense some credit here. They're penetrating and blowing these plays up in the backfield before they can really get going.
Clock rolling down here. Final seconds of our first half, and that'll do it. Our first half in the books here tonight. Game tied at 7 here. A wet field, rainy night, but West Bend East taking advantage of a couple of turnovers here tonight, cashing in on the second one, getting the tying touchdown here midway through our second quarter. Got a chance here to get a visit here on the sideline. Mike McGivern getting ready to talk with the coach here for West Bend East, but impressed with the way things have gone here. He has to be impressed with the way things have gone with his team so far offensively at the first couple of drives inside the own 10-yard line. So we'll toss it down to Mike McGivern with a word with the West Bend East coach.
Hey, thank you very much here with Tony Mickles. Tony, great first half for you guys. We talked the other night. You said everything starts with your defense, and you're right. Those boys, they swarmed to the ball pretty well.
They're flying around. They're giving us chances to score. We're just not executing.
You know, it's 7-7. When we had talked the other night, you thought if we could keep it close against a team like Menomonee Falls, get a chance to get one here at home. Field position, big part of the game here tonight.
Big part early for them. They get a turnover on a punt, and they score. You know, we have a fake field goal call, and they block it. Otherwise, we might be in the end zone too, and we could be up a little bit more than it's tied right now, but we could be up.
No doubt. Last question. The Lemke kid's a tough kid. Those are tough boys right there. Really impressed with the way your quarterback's handling this weather.
Nice. We challenged them today. We challenged them tonight, and they're playing good football, and we hope they can keep it up in the second half.
Tony, thank you very much. Get to halftime. Appreciate your time. We're going to get to a break. The other side of the break, we'll continue the Gordy Boucher halftime here at Allstate Lights, Thursday Night Lights here in West Bend.
They're coming back to them, right?
All right.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Okay.
Easy for you to say. You have yardage?
He's got the tackles. Okay. Knotted up at 7 here through one half of play in West Bend with Dick Basham, John Weiser with you from Carl Pick Memorial Field. West Bend East coming from behind after Menomonee Falls given a short field, capitalized on a muffed punt back to the punter, muff snap to the punter, and capitalized on that. But West Bend East getting 2 takeaways of their own, capitalizing on the second one, the fumble recovery for the touchdown drive.
Yeah, I agree. It's been kind of a tale of 2 games. Falls got field position real early in the game with the mishandled snap on a punt, and then only had to go 5 yards to score. And then everything turned around in the second quarter, and West Bend East got position and got a short field after that. Didn't score right away, but kept the pressure on, and ended up finally getting that touchdown to make it 7-0. But they really have done a good job. Here are the stats for first downs. 7-0. That tells it all right there, I'd say. Of course, Falls didn't have to get a first down and get a touchdown. Rushing yards 3-1 in favor of Suns. Passing yards, no passing yards for Falls. They've got a lot to talk about at halftime, that's for sure.
Let's get a look at some of the highlights here this first half. Again, the field conditions probably dictating the score here, as we had rain early on, and you can see even on the opening kickoff we had trouble opening up the ball game, and that set up the first drive inside the 10-yard line, and West Bend East really struggled early on in that first quarter trying to gain field position. Meanwhile, Menomonee Falls got a strong running game going early, but it was, again, field conditions taking them down too, as you see the cutting next to impossible once you get through. And here's that low snap on the punt that was recovered by Menomonee Falls inside the 5-yard line. That set up their first scoring drive, and it was the quarterback going in for the touchdown to get that Roble, the quarterback, on the keep. But then on the ensuing kickoff, trying to get it to the outside, and then you see the struggles on that turf trying to get through on the wet field. But West Bend East finally got it together. Lemke, the quarterback, with a good strong run here to pick up the first down, going right up the middle. Part of the reason why they've dominated time of possession here tonight has been that. And you see that second turnover there, near turnover, that handing off to Pruitt. They've had trouble with that exchange a couple of times tonight.
All the problems are caused by the field. It's not poor play, I don't think, by the players. It's all the situation they find themselves in.
So pretty much the Mother Nature creating the opposition for both teams. And here's that interception that was picked off on that nice throw there coming off to the near side.
Really good pressure there from Billy Moore too.
Yep, Billy Moore did a nice job with that. And then we look here looking for the tight end up the middle, able to pick up the first down on that key touchdown drive that kept the chains moving there for West Bend East. So we're knotted up at 7 here at halftime. We'll step out. You're watching All-State Thursday Night Lights from West Bend here on My 24.
I couldn't tell what you were doing, Terry. I couldn't tell what you were saying. Oh, we got water here. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
7-7 is our score here on the Sharpsman Chiropractic halftime report. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the title talk report for you. Green Bay, and then also get you an updated score from the Packers preseason game tonight against the Kansas City Chiefs. All that and more still to come on the Sharpsman Chiropractic halftime report. You're listening to Suns Football, Classic Country. Okay, Katrina, go 2 minutes here, 2 minutes.
Be okay. Yeah, or
Then go right into the title time report. I'll call you during title time report to get an updated score.
Well, despite the rain, it feels pretty comfortable. Humidity's out, huh? Time now to highlight a couple of very special students. The Boucher Automotive Group proud to bring you tonight's presentation of our Scholar Athletes of the Week. Chris Flynn, General Manager of Gordy Boucher Ford Lincoln Mercury here in West Bend, presented our Scholar Athlete of the Week award to Brandon Schneider of West Bend, a senior football captain and four-sport athlete, including football, wrestling, baseball, and track, a 3.54 GPA, and he's in the top 20% of his senior class and over 100 hours of community service. Chris also presented a Scholar Athlete of the Week award to Greg Roble, the senior quarterback for Menomonee Falls, a 3.74 GPA, and he is also ranked 33rd in his senior class, a two-sport athlete, football and baseball. He's also a member of National Honor Society and Link Crew and has 50 hours of community service. Tonight's Scholar Athletes will be in the running to receive $5,000 scholarship courtesy of the Boucher Automotive Group. One of our weekly Scholar Athletes will be chosen to receive that award at the end of the season. Game tied at 7. We're at halftime. Let's toss it down to Mike.
Hey, this is Mike. Hey, this is Mike McGivern, Sports Radio 1250 WSSP. I'm here with Albert Curl. He is the Assistant Vice President and Branch Manager of the West Bend First Bank Financial Center. Albert, thank you so much for getting involved in high school football in our program.
Well, it's our pleasure. First Bank Financial Center is a community bank. We've been in business for 151 years. We're always looking for opportunities to get involved in the community, bring exposure to the local kids here at the high school has been great.
How long have you been in the West Bend community?
The West Bend community have been since 2003.
You know, this is a really growing community and certainly a very strong family tradition here in West Bend. And certainly for, your company does a nice job of getting involved in grassroots programs.
That's what we're all about. That's what we want to do. We want to help a community grow. We want to invest in the community that is investing in us. And we're appreciative of the business that comes our way, and that's what we want to do. We want to help them grow.
I tell you, if it was not for companies like yours, we could not put on this kind of program, and we really appreciate it. Last question, do you think Alexander's asleep right now?
I hope so.
Whitney, if he's not, get him to sleep. This is our halftime. We're going to get to a break now. On the other side of the break, we're going to get back up into the booth and talk with John Weiser and Dick Basham. It's the All-State Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week.
Anything really jump out at you?
Yeah, that.
Okay. 40 covered up at about the 37-yard line. So Menomonee Falls with pretty good field position here to get going here in this second half, and that's exactly what they need to do, get going on offense and establish a little bit more on the ground game. They are still looking for their initial first down of the ball game, believe it or not.
We'll see if they've made any significant adjustments that we can detect. I think execution is probably what they really need.
Greg Roble at quarterback is senior. He'll work out a shotgun. Scroggins to his left. Man in motion far side. And Roble going to throw. Coming back near side. Caught. Nice catch here on the near wing by Von Bank. Across the 40 out to about the 44-yard line. Took a pretty good shot as he hauled that one in, but hung on to the football for a gain of 7.
Well, they just erased one of those zeros. They had no yards passing in the first half, and on the first play of the second half, they get 9 yards on the first play. So that shows that they're not going to crawl in a hole and hide. They're going to go after it.
Brandon Herbst there on the stop. Second and a long one here, so a gain of 8 on the play. Roble again from shotgun. Scroggins will get the carry. Picks his way across the middle. First down into Suns territory. Down to the West Bend East 49-yard line. Good hard run by Kevin Scroggins, the senior.
That was a good run. I think Isaac Notham had a hold of him right away. Couldn't bring him down.
Right through a tackle there. Stepped through an ankle tackle and then bowled his way forward for the first down. Did a nice job keeping his balance through that first tackle. Now, officials are going to stop play. So we got an injury timeout here. We got a West Bend East player down right below us here, right near midfield. So the officials will take time here to get that situation cleared up. But well, now they've got their initial first down in the book. They've got their passing game on the board. Right, so now a little bit more confidence here.
They erased both zeros right away, and that's a good sign. They're over the 50-yard line, and I think they've coaches got their attention at halftime. They had plenty to talk about. If they can keep getting first downs, then the good things will happen. I didn't see what happened to the players down. I can't see his numbers to see who it is.
I believe it is Billy Moore, the linebacker, who is down.
Now is 44. Yeah, that is Billy Moore. Yeah.
Let's go down to Mike McGivern on the field.
Hey, this is Mike McGivern again with Sports Radio 1250. I'm here with Jeff Newman. He's with Allstate. Jeff, thanks a lot for getting involved in high school football programming.
Oh, you're welcome. It's my pleasure to be here and support the community and support the Thursday night football program that you guys have. It's great.
Excellent. Your agency's here in West Bend?
Yes, sir. We're on Main Street, 838 South Main Street.
838 South Main Street. How long have you been in West Bend?
I've lived here for 12 years. My son graduated from East High School a couple of years ago. So we've been here for 12 years.
Excellent. And tell us a little bit about what's important right now. And also, you guys do a lot of auto right now.
Yeah, the biggest promotion now is auto and home. We're also big in the life and financials. But the promotion tonight is to prevent the texting, teenage texting.
I think that's extremely important. I appreciate your time. Appreciate you being involved in this.
Thank you.
Let's get back to the action.
Well, Robbie Weininger, not fooled at all by the hitch and go, able to step up and make his second pick of the ball game for Robbie Weininger. Let's get a look at this one.
This was a great defensive play. It was a well-thrown ball. The receiver had a shot at it, but Weininger turned and got the ball at the peak, and that's a terrific play, especially under these conditions.
Stepped right in front of Andy Von Bank, the senior flanker, so third turnover of the ball game by Menomonee Falls. And now Lemke, quarterback, cuts it back left across the 25, still on his feet out near the 30-yard line. Pickup of about 9 by the quarterback. That time, once again, Zach Lemke on the carry for West Bend East.
Well, that's that play where they two fakes and the quarterback keeps, but he cut back against the grain of the flow of the defense that time and was able to get a nice gain. He actually got a first down out of it.
Again, we thank First Bank Financial Center, our first down sponsor this season. First Financial Banking Center, discover the community bank difference. 1st and 10 Suns at their own 30-yard line, trying to take advantage of their third takeaway tonight. Lemke will hand it off to Sam Lemke. Lemke working over the 35 out to the 37-yard line. My goodness, they're getting a great surge off that offensive line.
They are. The offensive line for West Bend East has done a great job. Let me tell you who they are again. Sam McGrocky, right tackle. Brandon Schneider is the right guard. Corey Paris is the center. He's only a sophomore. Eric Krasarik is the left guard. He's a junior, and Ryan Cush is a junior. So they got 4 underclassmen out of their 5 interior linemen. That looks good for the future for the Suns as well.
2nd and 4. Mendel in motion far side. Again, Zach Lemke, the quarterback, going to be stuffed for a loss back to the 35. Loss of a couple that time as the interior of that Menomonee Falls defense led by Santacola, the defensive end, Kittredge and Nellison and company all right there going up the middle.
Yeah, Joe Santacola is one of the returning starters from last year for Falls. He played defensive tackle last year on that team, a very fine team they had, and he's also a very good baseball player.
So a loss of 2, 3rd and about 6 upcoming here for the West Bend East Suns. And it's Mendel coming around from the near side to the far side, out across the 40, gets the first down and out of bounds near the 45 of Menomonee Falls. Sam Mendel, the junior flanker, 6 foot, 146 pounds, lined up here on the near side, took the handoff from Lemke and scooted around the left side for the first down. Ryan Bovey able to shove him out.
Well, that's a case, again, where the field is really an advantage of the offense because they know where they're going. He's running laterally. The defense cannot accelerate as much as he can. He's already on the move, and he got to the outside and really had a nice gain on that play.
So right at the 45-yard line, 1st and 10 Suns. Just over 9 minutes to play here in the third quarter in a tie ball game, but a game that has offensively been dominated by West Bend East. Again, Lemke out of the shotgun will hand it off. This is Pruitt trying to come around the right side. He was smoked. I mean, he was dropped in the backfield for a loss of 5 back to the 40-yard line.
Boy, I'd like to tell you who that is that made the play, but I can't read his number.
I think it was Kittredge, the lineman that time, who shot up the field and just dropped him for that 5-yard loss.
I think you're right, number 90. That was an excellent defensive play. That was the same play they just run the other way. coming towards us, and he just couldn't quite get out of the grasp. Had he been able to outrun that tackler, he'd have had a nice game.
2nd and 15 from their own 40. Lemke, and then we got movement on the outside. Looked like the line and the receivers pulled out a half second before the snap, a procedure call here against the Suns.
I think the center was a little bit late on the snap, and everybody got caught moving.
So a 5-yard walk-off moves it back to the 35. We'll set up a 2nd and 20 now for West Bend. Just as they started to get the momentum here, that play on defense and penalty here, and suddenly they're in a couple of passing downs.
I have to give the Suns credit. They're running their offense like there's no mud out there. They don't really care. They're going to run it, and I think it's really set the tone for the game for them. That we're doing it no matter what.
Once again, it's Pruitt in motion near side, gets the handoff coming right at you across the 35 to the 37-yard line where he dives forward there. John Conowitz, the junior linebacker, there to make the stop.
But the guy who blew that up was Kittredge again. He was right in the backfield. He got picked off a little bit by the pulling guard, but at least he forced it deep and wide, and there was no chance to get much yardage out of it.
Let's get a look at this one again with Pruitt coming around to the near side, and just as he tries to get the corner, you'll see right here.
There.
Yep. Actually ran into his own player there, one of his own linemen out there on the pulling guard.
The Kittredge stretched it out.
So 3rd and 17 at their own 38. Again, Pruitt in motion near side. As Lemke will keep it across the 40. Lowers the shoulder to about the 43-yard line where he is stacked up there, well short of a first down in a punting situation here now for the Suns.
Well, I think West Bend East handled that situation well. They had 20 yards to go. They didn't put the ball in the air and give a chance to turn it over. They're going to be satisfied with punting the ball and getting some field position out of this.
Christensen and Johnson will stand deep to await the punt here. Trevor Pruitt, punter. Long snapper is Kerry Paris. Good snap back to Pruitt. Drives the foot through the football. Nice high floating kick. Fair catch signaled for and made just across the 25-yard line.
Excellent.
By the return man Christensen. Christensen last week had a 98-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, but nothing doing there on the fair catch. And so Menomonee Falls back in business with 6:42 to play here in this third quarter in a tie ball game.
Well, that was a huge field exchange there with the punt. They were able to back them up for. Now they're in. Menomonee Falls is in the muddiest part of the field, and they're backed up quite a ways from their goal line.
Robley from shotgun. Well, hand it off, and immediately in the backfield, no gain. That Suns defense just coming across the line of scrimmage. Matt Christensen on the carry, stopped for no gain. Well, he's got it all. A loving wife, good friends, a successful career. What could possibly go wrong for Larry David? Find out on Curb Your Enthusiasm, weeknights at 11:30, starting September 13th on My 24. 2nd and 9 here for the Indians. They send two receivers out here to the near side. Single man in the backfield is Scroggins. Roble, the quarterback. Sends a tight end motion to the right. Roble with time, delivers the football, and it's thrown, and is it picked off again? It is, and it's the interception by Weiniger. Again, his third pick tonight. Weiniger with 3 interceptions, his second here in the third quarter, and again the Suns forcing 4 takeaways in this ball game.
Well, Weiniger's having a career in one night, but that ball was thrown well. I don't think the receiver saw it. I don't know if they're on the same route or not.
So the Suns in business following a turnover. Back after this, tie ball game 7-all. This is the All-State Thursday Night Light High School Game of the Week on My 24.
That was a quarterback keeper on that running to the left.
Yeah. We're good. We're good. We're in break.
Timeout on the field. 5
4:47 left, third quarter. Your Suns 7, Indians of the Menomonee Falls 7.
And here's the replay on that interception. Mobile with time, and the receiver never saw the football. The intended target out there was the tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to tell whether the quarterback didn't understand the route or the receiver didn't understand the route, but Weininger was open and he hit him. That's the situation right there.
Robbie Weininger with 3 picks here tonight, 2 of them here in this third quarter.
Yeah, they've got good field position again. They're on there's the other side of the 50-yard line. 1st and 15.
Well, again, a reminder, you can check out the Wendy's Varsity Blitz High School Football Coaches Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sports Radio 1250 WSSP. Mike McGivern and Joe Cook will talk to a different coach each week, Saturday mornings at 10, right on Sports Radio 1250 WSSP. 1st and 15, there was a procedure call while we were in break, and so 1st and 15 here for the Suns following Weininger's interception. And Lemke nearly got all of it back there on that run over the left side. Kittredge again on the stop, the nose guard for Menomonee Falls.
You know, we talked a little bit before the game about whether Menomonee Falls would maybe overlook this game. I don't want to diminish anything the West Bend East has done because they played very well, but it doesn't appear that, at least on offense, that the Falls is really in sync yet with what's going on. And West Bend East is really taking care of business here, and they've got a chance to go ahead here if they make some plays.
2nd and 11. Lemke, the quarterback, trying to spin out of the grasp that time. Could not. Got back to the original line of scrimmage. Good tackle there by Dylan Prout, the defensive end over there on the right defensive end side.
Yeah, that play didn't have much chance. It was too much lateral going sideways, didn't get turned up the field, and the Falls defense was up to the task on that one.
So 3rd and long now for the Suns. Just under 4.5 to play here in the third quarter. We're in a tie ball game here on a rainy night in West Bend. Sends a man in motion far side. Lemke again will keep it, dancing around in the backfield, struggles forward to short of the 40-yard line. And once again, the Suns will be forced to punt here. So the Menomonee Falls defense up to the task following the turnover, able to stop the Suns here on this particular possession.
I don't know what the disparity in plays run by either team, but I know it's very much in favor of West Bend. And you got to give the Falls defense credit. They have really hung tough here under a demanding situation. And now West Bend East is hoping to get some field position here, I think, with this punt. Falls is setting up a return.
Nice punt by Pruitt. It'll bounce out of bounds, angles inside the 10. It rolls out at the 8. Nice job there, going for the coffin corner. Sets it up beautifully that time by Pruitt. And so drives Menomonee Falls deep in their own territory here with just over 3.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter in a 7-all ball game. Impressed here with West Bend East. I'll tell you what, a team that, like we said, coming in, they lost 10 games in a row, going back to last season, the year before. Falling in the playoffs in 2008 and not winning a game at all last year, but putting it all on the line here tonight against a very
tough,
a
young team.
Yeah, a very tough Menomonee Falls squad. Roble again will work from shotgun from inside his own 10-yard line.
Stretch
and trying to stretch it out here the near side, coming around the near wing with the football across the 10 out to about the 15-yard line for Falls. That, I believe, was Christensen.
It was, yes, Christensen.
Nice run that time, coming around the left side, trying to take advantage of big Ryan Bross, the left tackle, 7-foot, 250-pound junior.
And that was a well-executed play. It was a little stretch play. Christensen's got good speed. He went from the mud into the grass area where he had some footing. Weininger had a chance to tackle him on the line of scrimmage, but Christensen was able to break the tackle and get some yards.
Gain of 7, 2nd down 3. Movement here on the near side. The officials caught it.
That hurts.
Malafa, the split end here on the near side, the senior. broke off the line of scrimmage, a good 1 or half count ahead of the snap.
Malaf is a transfer student to the Falls. He was played at Verona last year. Verona has an excellent football program, and not sure, I imagine his parents or family moved to Menomonee Falls, and Falls is a beneficiary of that move.
Second and long, and not much doing there is piled up immediately. I'm not sure if the ball squirted out. Suns acting as if there was a fumble, but no signal from the official. Menomonee Falls with the football here, but a loss back to the 10-yard line.
It appeared to me that that Robo dropped the snap right away because he immediately went down, and he was able to recover it.
Let's make some noise out there.
All right, now 3rd and 8, backed up in your own end zone. Completed one pass and thrown several interceptions. I don't know. What's the call?
Yeah, we'll see here as Roble will have 2 receivers to his right. Rolling right with time. Steps up, delivers. Falling receiver could not handle it. Incomplete. The receiver falling down at the 20. If he makes the reception, it would be enough for a first down.
Right.
I wonder if that was Malafa again over there on that far side.
It appears it is. He's 6'4", and whoever that was is pretty tall, so let's assume that was him.
And again, they're throwing over toward that side there where Leininger has had his evening tonight.
Right.
Or 3 picks tonight, and they were testing him once again, but the incomplete pass sets up 4th down and punting out of the own end zone here. Ulicki with Weininger and Earp standing back. An over-end kick that will bounce, and Weininger will pick it up at the 45. Circles around the left side of the 40, and he'll be driven down just inside the 40-yard line at the 38. So the Suns again with a short field here late in this 3rd quarter in a tie ball game, trying to take advantage of that here tonight as the rain has subsided here for the moment. We've had a steady rain since about the midway point of the 2nd quarter. Our game delayed tonight a little over an hour because of lightning, but it has cooled off, and just a damp evening here in West Bend.
Right, it's a very interesting football game, and we're tied at 7-7. It's hard to realize that as much as West Bend has had the ball. They need to get some points here and make something happen.
Lemke going to drop back to throw and completes the pass on the far sideline. Kaufman, the tight end, able to make the reception just short of the 30-yard line. Gain of about 7 on the play.
Well, that's a good call on 1st down. It's been predominantly a running down for the Suns, but they decided to go back to that little hitch route, and they got themselves 7 yards.
Cole Hernickley on the stop that time, the strong safety for Menomonee Falls. 2nd and short. And again, this will be Lemke going over the left side, I should say, inside the 30 to the 25, and another 1st down. Gain of 13 on the play.
Well, you got to give that left side of the line, Ryan Cush and Eric Krisarik and Corey Paris, the center. They're getting it done over there.
Let's get a look at it here as we take a look at that offensive line getting the surge, and Sam Lemke trying to get to the outside, and
it's a combination of good blocking and quickness, right? And being able to take advantage of the offense's advantage on a wet field.
Lemke looking to throw, and it's nearly picked off. Incomplete. Boy, good play by the corner out there, or the safety. I believe it was the safety. Nearly got a hand on it.
Zach Weinberg, I think he had that pretty well eyed up, and he might have gone to the well a little too often.
Let's get a look at this one as Lemke went back to pass, and it easily could have been 7 the other way. It was that was Cole Hernickley again, I believe, on the near interception.
No, I thought it was number 7.
Was it 7?
I think it was Zach Weinberg. Yeah,
Weinberg?
He was all over it. Yeah.
And this is Lemke again, Sam Lemke, the running back. Again, we've got Sam at running back, Zach at quarterback, no relation.
Right, amazing.
The Suns have rushed for over 100 yards so far tonight. Adding to that total here, they're facing a 3rd down and about 8 here. The final 25 seconds here of this 3rd quarter.
Probably time for one more play. Not sure what they're waiting for. unless they blew the. I think they might have blown the ball in with less than 25 seconds, so they don't have to run a play here.
Yeah, looks like they're going to be able to wait till the fourth quarter here to get this one off. Our third quarter in the books tonight from West Bend. We are tied at 7, Menomonee Falls and West Bend East. Back with the fourth quarter, you're watching All-State Thursday Night Light on my 24.
Collision of the game, I don't know. Yeah. Well, I think the drive of the game would have to be, right now, would have to be West Bend's touchdown. That's the only real drive. Player of the game for West Bend would have to be Waninger. And I think would have to be Nellison for Menomonee Falls. What are you looking for?
It's not here. It was here, but it's gone. Pretty good ball game going on here tonight in West Bend. Glad you're along. John Weiser, Dick Basham with you. 7-all as we begin the fourth quarter. Menomonee Falls coach John Baker looking on as Lemke will fire it around near the near side, complete to Mendel. Mendel, the junior receiver, inside the 25. Going to be short of the first down. Hernickel again on the stop, that time for Menomonee Falls.
It's a little too far to kick a field goal, I would think.
Kaufman had the leg. Remember, he nearly booted a 38-yarder back in the first half that just missed wide right.
It's to me like they're going to take a shot at it.
Yeah, we'll see here as Kaufman is in now. Check that. Zach Lemke will be on the hold here. They'll put it down at the 29. So this will be a 39-yard attempt with a bit of a crosswind left to right. Snap and a good spot. The kick is on the way, trying to hook it back in, and it's going to fall short and to the right. So Kaufman missing a pair of field goals here in this ball game, and we remain tied at 7.
Under these conditions, that might have been a little optimistic. I have not seen him kick in practice to see what his range is, but that's a long field goal in these conditions right here. But they felt that maybe that was their best chance to score. All they need is 3 points would do it if they can still contain Falls' offense, and Falls hasn't shown much ability to move the ball yet.
Roble gets them set at the line of scrimmage. From the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Coming around the near sideline, Christensen gets a good block across the 20, out across the 25, and finally wrestled down at the 28-yard line. Good 8-yard run that time by Matt Christensen coming around the right side.
Excellent block by Yafe Harvey out there. He's the H-back who goes in motion and in motion out towards us to the right. See him right here blocking back, I think right there.
So Scroggins with a nice job there to cut the man off.
Yep. Scroggins and Harvey.
Run. 2nd and short now. Scroggins gets the carry. 1st down and more across the 30, just short of the 35-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play by Scroggins. Good, strong run. And Menomonee Falls starting to click a little bit here on offense in the second half.
Exactly what I was thinking. That's the most power I've seen them show tonight in anything they've done. So maybe they're
and they have
finally got it figured out.
They have to feel fortunate. I mean, turning the ball over 3 times and only giving up the 1 touchdown.
Exactly.
They have had the opportunity, or actually 4 turnovers tonight, the 3 interceptions and a fumble. But they have to consider themselves fortunate to be in this one here in the fourth quarter. Roble again from shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Ball on the ground. It's picked back up by Roble, the quarterback, and he'll be thrown down for a loss back at the 32-yard line. Near disaster there, averted by the quarterback, Roble, with a good heads-up play. Duper that time, I think. I think he nearly came up with it. Yep, collided with his Scroggins, the running back, that time, and Roble with the heads-up play, able to pick it up and at least save the possession here.
I think that was a read play where he had the choice to give or keep, and he couldn't really get it back from the back once he tried to keep it.
So 2nd and 11 now for Menomonee Falls.
See if they go back to the pass here. Nope.
And they hand it off at Justin Johnson this time. Johnson. A fresh back in there now across the 35 out to about the 36-yard line. Gain of about 4. Sets up about 3rd and 8 here for the Indians. Eric Bold on the stop, the defensive end on that right side for West Bend East. So a big play here for the West Bend defense. 3rd and 7. Roble, I should say, surveys the field here. Drop back, has time now, protection breaks down, and he's sacked back at the 29-yard line. I think the first man through was Bolt, the defensive end, who got through, and then got some help from the rest of his defensive counterparts for the sack back to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that play didn't have a chance. There was 3 guys in the backfield before the quarterback could even turn around. Excellent defense.
Let's take a look here as he had a chance to deliver the football, but then all of a sudden 4 red shirts in your face, and again Menomonee Falls will have to punt this one away. Ulicki will punt it away. Herbst and Weiniger standing back deep. An end-over-end job. Weiniger will let it bounce. He'll get away from it. It'll roll inside the 30 and roll dead at the 26-yard line. So the Suns will take over 1st and 10 on their own 26-yard line. A tie ball game here with just under 8 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter.
Well, right now we have kind of a tennis match. They're just knocking it back and forth to each other and getting a first down here or there and then having to punt. So we could end up with an overtime game.
Well, let's see how the Suns put this one together here on this particular drive. Let's see how they want to play it here. I'd like to stack up a couple of first downs here, move out, at least move the field position, move the chains, and keep the clock going.
Yeah, West Bend is losing a little field position on each exchanger. Now they got
Sam Lemke coming across the 30 with a nice open field run that time before he is brought down. Gain of 7 on the play. Tackled by David Sterren, the junior quarterback.
Yeah, that was an excellent open field tackle because had he not made the tackle, Lemke would still be running. It was one-on-one.
Allstate asks you to support their X the Text program. Allstate and My24 urge students and their families to stop texting and driving by pledging to X the Text. Students can sign a pledge at the Allstate booth at all of our Thursday Night Light games, or they can go online to allstate.com/teen and get more information. Gain of 7 on that last play sets up a 2nd and 3 for the Suns. Zach Lemke, and now we got a whistle and too much time. Delay a game charged here to the Suns. Again, the quarterback had his head down, kind of looking at the line. You got to be looking at that back judge when you internally you realize that clock is going down. The back judge will help you out because he'll count it down from 10 like a basketball official when you're bringing the ball up from the back court.
Right. Somebody's got to be paying attention to that. That's a penalty that really hurts in this situation because now they're backed up to 2nd and 7 instead of 2nd and 2 or 3.
Changes the play call here, I'm sure, because, again, you got to try and...
So you have to decide whether you're going to try to get this first down or you're going to sit on it and punt for field position. See what they do.
Lemke
with
time, plenty of time. Pump fake, hitch and go, coming to the outside, looking for Kaufman, and it's incomplete. We got a penalty marker down here on the near side.
Penalty. I think the DB grabbed him when he realized it was a hitch and go, and that's going to be a holding.
Officials will discuss. Mike Beck, our referee here tonight.
Interference.
And it will be pass interference on the Indians, and it will be enough for a first down. And again, in high school, it is marked off from the line of scrimmage as we get a look at this one. Lemke got plenty of time that time. The offensive line doing a nice
See
job.
him pump right there.
Yep, the old hitch and then the go route by Kaufman. You can see it was actually before that.
I think
looked
number
like
17 probably.
Yep.
That's Brendan Schneider. I think he might have grabbed him when he realized he was in trouble.
So they'll mark it off 15 yards and a first bank first down for West Bend East at the 43-yard line. Just over 7 minutes to play here. And again, and in motion and gets inside the 45 across midfield and down to the 46-yard line. Good second effort run that time by the quarterback, Lemke.
Well, that was an excellent run. He dodged Cole Hernicole, who had him in his sights and was going to make the play, and he just sidestepped him and then got an extra 5 yards. I think it should be coming right at us right here. Watch him duck this number 3. There's Hernicole. He had a chance, put his head down, and wasn't able to make the play.
Good left foot plant there to cut it back toward the middle of the field. Again, they'll work from shotgun, and the handoff goes to Mandel. Mandel stacked up, may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. We'll check out the forward progress.
I would guess that was probably Kittredge in there messing around in the backfield, because he's done that a lot tonight, and that play just didn't have a chance because he was in the backfield.
Yeah, both Kittredge and Ulicki were both in there on the stop. A loss of 2, second down and 12 upcoming here. Midway point of our fourth quarter, a tie ball game.
I think this is a passing down. So if they're serious about trying to get down here and score.
Send Pruitt in motion far side. Zach Lemke will keep it up the middle with some room. 40, 35. Trying to break a tackle inside the 30 and wrestle down from behind at the 27-yard line. Zach Weinberg able to make the stop, but not before another first bank first down for the West Bend East Suns.
Excellent run by Zach Lemke, and good blocking up front too. Here it is, coming right at us. Nice cut there. Good block on number 17. Drags another tackler, drags Weinberg about 2 or 3 yards.
Cush and
never
Kajarik.
Mind the pass, right?
Yep. Cush and Kajarik, the offensive lineman there on that left side, did a nice job opening up that hole for Lemke. And Pruitt in motion, gets the handoff, tries the right side across the 30, angles it to the far sideline, and is driven down short of the 25-yard line.
It's a long way to go for 3 yards, but it's an important 3 because they're in 4-down territory. All they have to do is average 3 yards of play, and they're okay.
Sterren was there again on the stop for Menomonee Falls.
More importantly, what it does is stretch that defense out, and they just can't pile in the middle. They have to honor the edges because West Bend East does have the speed to get outside on you in a hurry.
Gain of 3, second down and 7. Lemke with time. Over the middle, and it's thrown into the turf, incomplete. That came out of the hand kind of goofy. Looked like it might have slipped.
I think he decided, as he was throwing it, that he didn't want to throw it, and he couldn't pull it back. I didn't really see a receiver there that was open. I think he was looking for the tight end over the middle, which he has hit a couple times tonight, but the tight end, I think, got held up on the line and didn't get out. Well, big play. Third and long 6, maybe 7.
Kaufman with a strong game tonight. Split end.
Well, what are you going to call here, John? Maybe go back to the quarterback run?
I think you go back to that. And drop him back. They're going to throw.
A little swing out here to number...
Scramble out to the near side as Lemke now turns, fires in the end zone. Has a man out there. It's tipped away. It was Kaufman, the intended receiver. And the defender right there on the boundary, able to tip it away. I think it was Weinberg again, number 7, who was out there defensively. The free safety ran Kaufman perfectly to the back of the end zone. Let's have a look at this one. Lemke on the move.
They wanted to hit the swing pass out here, but Falls covered it, so he ran and then threw on the run to the corner. That would have been a great catch if he could have got it in there.
Brendan Schneider actually out there, but did a nice job. He followed his man to the back of the end zone and just got a hand on it to knock it away. Even if Kaufman comes up with a catch, hard to say if he would have been able to stay in bounds in that back corner. Well, they'll go for it here on fourth down.
Right.
4th and 6. Mendel in motion to the far side. Lemke will keep it. Tries to get it inside the 25, and he's stacked up there for a short gain, and we'll turn it over on downs. just over 5 minutes remaining here in this fourth quarter. An exciting ball game here in West Bend. We're tied at 7. Back with more. This is the All-State Thursday Night Light High School Game of the Week on My 24.
What is it? Which one?
Just had a bunch of beads on it. Now it's disappeared. Nope, I found it.
Just found it.
Got it.
At this point, Katrina, I hope you didn't have any early morning things because now we go into the 10 o'clock hour, which means you got to keep it on until 11 o'clock, till the 11 o'clock.
Just over 5 minutes remaining here in this fourth quarter. We're tied at 7. Menomonee Falls taking over on downs. And Roble with time, looks to throw, has a receiver out there, and he spun around incomplete, turned around a couple of times looking for the football. Could not come up with it on that far side. Again, Waniger, the defensive back out there, trying to cover Malafa, the tight end.
Well, they're looking for that mismatch I talked about earlier in the evening, and they got a 6'4" wide receiver against about a 5'8" defensive back, but he does have 3 interceptions tonight, but that's still a mismatch no matter how you cut it.
Second down and 10. 3 receivers stacked here to the near side. Roble, pocket collapses, still gets the pass off. Leaping grab far side at the 30-yard line and driven out of bounds. Malafa again with the catch right in front of Brandon Herbst, the cornerback on the right side.
That was just a quick out. And I think Falls has maybe decided they're going to have to throw the ball to move it down the field.
Again, with pressure in his face.
Right there. Yeah, that was well executed play. And 3rd and 5.
Big play here. 3rd and 5 for the Falls. They're going to hand it off. Christensen coming around the near side, trying to stretch it out. Gets the line of scrimmage across the 30, out to the 33-yard line. Going to be short of the first down, however, by about a yard. Good pursuit that time by Jake Perez, the free safety, as we get a look at this one here, Coach.
Okay, it's getting late in the game now. Are they going to go for it on 4th? Or?
Good job by Christensen to tuck that football away. You can see carrying it perfectly, coming around the near side, and it was Herbst who got in there to make the stop defensively.
Yeah, that was a well-executed stretch play. The lineman and the backs got out in front of him and were able to stretch the defense. And 4th and short here. They're deciding. Looks like they're
still looking over at Coach Baker.
Yeah,
and now
they
they're going to
decide they're going to punt. I think they're going to get a 5-yard penalty if they don't hurry up, though.
So the punting unit coming on.
I think it's probably a good idea. At a tie game, if you're not going to score, you want to at least keep it a situation where you have a chance to go to overtime. And I think get rid of the ball and hope your defense can continue to hold.
Waniger to the near side, Herbst to the far side, and they'll take the delay.
There it is right there.
They'll take the delay.
They didn't want to burn a timeout, evidently. I'm not sure, but they.
I don't think it's going to hurt them that much, though, Coach. Because again,
probably
back
not
5.
in this situation.
Particularly if you can get off either a high kick and overkick the coverage, or something low and let it roll around on the wet turf here.
Right.
Ulicki gets a good snap. Drives the right leg through the football. End-over-end kick that'll bounce across midfield. They'll get away from it. It'll just roll dead.
39, that's not
right
bad.
At the 39-yard line. So the Suns on their own 39-yard line. 4:22 remaining here in this fourth quarter of a tie ball game, and trying to take advantage tonight of their good field position. They've had it since the first 2 possessions now. You go all the way back to that early in that first quarter, the short touchdown drive on the snap back to the punter that rolled around in the mud, and Pruitt couldn't come up with it, and that set up the only touchdown for Menomonee Falls. Since that time, the Suns have won the field position battle.
Exactly, and I know they would like to get some field position here so they can at least take a shot at a field goal, because that's all it would take to.
Lemke on the scramble goes out of bounds near the 45-yard line. That'll stop the clock. About a 6-yard pickup that time for Lemke.
You know, he's done a really good job tonight. He's got very good field presence. He doesn't panic when it's a pass situation. He'll take it down and run with it. And I really like him. And he's got a really good future. He's only a junior, and he's only going to get better every game this year.
Josh Shims knocked him out as you get a good look at Santacola, the defensive end there for Menomonee Falls. And this will be Joe Lemke, gets the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Turned away by the interior of that Falls defense that time. Looked like Dylan Prout that time on the stop defensively.
Well, I think now they really are in a passing situation if they want to maintain the drive. Falls has been pretty tough on the run here lately, other than that one quarterback keep.
Clock continues to run here. 3:40 to play in this fourth quarter. Third down and about 5 here for the Suns. Again, Lemke will work out a shotgun. Joe Lemke to his right. Penalty marker down, and they'll blow the play dead. Look like the receiver here on the near side for the Suns pulled out a half second too early. That was Trevor Pruitt.
Yeah, the wide receiver just was leaning a little bit, and that'll take it back down to almost third and 10, 3rd and 9, I guess.
And you would think a passing down here now, making it a 3rd and 9 to get that first down.
What if they have a screen pass? I haven't shown a screen tonight, but this might be a good time for a screen pass.
Well, do you love the thrill of the chase? Nikita is an assassin on the run, and now you can catch her in the Nikita series, premiering Thursday, September 9th at 8 on Milwaukee's CW 18. 3rd and about 10 here for play action. Lemke coming down near side. Has Kaufman there, and it's broken up, incomplete. Knocked away there by Josh Smith. Extra nickelback in there now for Menomonee Falls, and he got back there defensively and knocked it away from Kaufman, the intended receiver.
Well, that was a well-thrown ball, just a little underthrown and enough that the defensive back could get a hand on it.
Just got his left hand on it, otherwise it would have been cradled there by Kaufman inside the 30-yard line.
Good defensive play, and the Falls really needed that at this point.
So the Suns will punt this one away. Pruitt, now they had trouble early in the ball game right from that spot. So let's
be a chance to get some pressure on him. Doesn't appear that they're going to, but
Christensen and Johnson back. Gets a good snap. Pruitt with a nice strong drive through the football. And it hit one of the Sun players in the back near the 35. It's a loose ball. And let's see here.
Well, it hit the West Bend players, so really Falls could pick it up, and even if they fumbled it, they get the ball at the first touching plays. That appears to be what they tried to do. They have nothing to lose by going for the ball.
Good call there as it did hit the back. Let's get a look at this one. It looked like it struck the gunner coming down that far side, right in the back. Let's see. Yep, bounced right off of. That would have been Weniger, I believe.
He's everywhere tonight.
Yeah, the ball is just finding him tonight. Weniger that time got it right in the back off the punt.
But Falls got good field position out of that. They're in 42-yard line.
Robo will line them up out of shotgun.
Throw it.
Has some time. Delivers the ball coming over the middle looking for Christensen. It's incomplete. On a slant route that time, ran it over the middle. The ball was thrown high. And could not bring it down was Christensen.
On a dry night, it might have been a completion.
Perez on the coverage that time defensively for the Suns. Stops the clock with 2:45 to play. Second and 10 from their own 42. Twin receivers here to the near side as Robo rolls right. Has some time, delivers the football, and it is caught and knocked out of bounds. Nice catch for near the first down stick that time by, let's see. Weniger made the stop on the play by Andy Von Bank, the senior flanker, able to make the possession here. Now they're going to check to see where they're at as far as the first down stick. Looks like it's going to be short. Not even going to bring the sticks in for a measurement.
Yeah, they should. That was a very well executed play. A little roll to the right with the quarterback, and the receiver down to the first down marker and made a cut right to the sideline.
On Bank with the reception, 3rd and 1. Blitz coming. Here they come up the middle. They guessed right. They got it. Breaks out of the tackle. Scroggins will get the first down as he broke the initial contact that time on the blitzing linebackers. Forward progress will take him to the Suns' 46-yard line. Josh Batoni finally able to bring him down.
Yeah, they had him in the backfield, but he was able to break the tackle. I'm a little surprised they didn't measure that. That looked like a first down to me, and we're standing right on the ball. So, as it turned out, they got their first down without having to measure.
Again, it's the coaching staff can call and ask for a measurement. As it is, another First Bank first down.
We'll throw it again.
Roble going to throw, going over the middle. Well overthrown, incomplete once again. This time looking for Justin Johnson, the running back, running a slant from the left side.
That ball slipped out of his hand. He just got away from him. They're right in a muddy spot, and when the official sets it down and the center leans on it, it picks up mud.
Good pressure up front once again for the Suns. Matt Schuster, a freshman on the varsity team. Got a good look at him there. 2nd and 10. Ball at the Suns' 46. Roble going to swing it out far side. He was down when he made the catch. As again, Von Bank with the reception. But again, in high school, the minute your knee is down, the play is dead. He had his knee on the turf when he made the reception.
One of the guys who can get up and run are the pros. And it was a well-conceived play, but execution cost him a loss there.
Loss of 1. 3rd and 11. Under 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter.
I think if they don't get this, they'll have to give it up.
Yeah, movement over here on the near side. Von Bank going from bad to worse.
Lack of concentration, I think. So now we got 3rd and about 16. If you had spread doesn't run many draw plays. They're just not in a position to run a draw play, and neither team has run a screen tonight, so I think they probably have to throw it down the field.
I'll tell you, Coach, that slant, not a bad call if they can get the reception there.
Right. Falls has only gotten 1 out of 8 first, third down conversions.
Roble again. Blitz showing here by the defense.
Blitz, right.
Now they drop back. Roble steps up, throws. Collision going for the football.
That was inadvertent. Right.
And no flag from either the back judge or the line judge on the far side. So
I actually think they called that right. Both players going for the ball. There's a collision. It wasn't a catchable ball, which doesn't really matter in high school. But,
Malafa, the intended receiver. I think it was Herbst that time that was the defender back there.
Now they got to give it up now. You can't. You got to play for overtime if you're Falls, and get them as far from the goal line as you can. And then I think it'll be interesting to see if West Bend East tries to take the last minute and a half and try to score, or they'll go to overtime and take their chances.
Weininger and Herbst standing deep. Snap to Ulick. He dropped it. Now got it off. Little knuckling punt that will bounce inside the 30. West Bend will let it roll dead to the 21. So they'll take over on their own 21-yard line. Minute 15 to play here in this 4th quarter.
Well, the overtime
Suns
is
with
played
2
from
timeouts.
Overtime is like the college overtime. It's played from the 25-yard line. So I think it'll be a little bit of a challenge for both teams. Neither team has really shown great offense inside the red zone. So it'd be interesting to see how this turns out. Probably the team with the kicker who can make a field goal would have the best shot here.
Well, and we've seen Coach Mickles not at all averse to putting Kaufman out there for long field goal attempts. We'll see how they play it here.
See how they play it here. This will be, this.
They want to get Kaufman lined up to the far side. Lemke will wait as Kaufman will get set on the far wing. Lemke from shotgun with time. Pump fakes once. Now delivers the ball over the middle and is dropped. Yep, intended that time for Harrison Steinhardt. Yeah, the junior, 5'11", 186. Part of that double tight end look that they'll throw from time to time.
Well, that was a fairly safe pass. It's just a straight shot down the middle of the field to the tight end. Lemke did a good job of, I think he was originally going to throw out to the right, but he didn't feel comfortable with that, so he took it down and ran and then saw the tight end and tried to get rid of it.
This time Kaufman will line up here to the near side. Zach Lemke with man in motion. And Lemke will keep it, fakes the handoff, tries to go up the middle. He's tripped up just as he started to make his cut at the 25-yard line, and right away the Suns, check that, Falls will take the timeout. Absolutely.
Right.
Sets up third down with 1:02 remaining. Nellison again in on the stop. Nellison now in double figures in tackles tonight.
Yeah, he's been everywhere, and he's the key to their defensive success. He has a lot of help, but he's the guy that they build their defense around.
So Falls will take the timeout here with 62 seconds to play in this fourth quarter, a tie ball game. All the scoring in the first half. Early on, Menomonee Falls taking advantage of a bad snap on a punt, recovered the ball near the 5-yard line, marched in for the first touchdown of our ball game, and then the interception, the second one tonight by Weniger, turned into points for the Suns. So that's where all of our scoring took place in that first half. West Bend East now 5 of 15 on third down conversions coming into this one here.
Well, the wheels are turning on both sidelines now because Falls is trying to get him to punt and maybe get a bad snap, maybe send 10 guys after it. And I'm sure West Bend East would like to get out of this mess and get a first down, but they might be reluctant to throw the ball. We'll see.
Lemke from shotgun. Has time, sets up, delivers the ball, and it's complete. Kaufman, I believe, with the reception on the far side. Should be enough for a first down for the Suns. Clock will stop while they move the chains. 57 seconds remaining.
He's their go-to guy, and they're coming. They're not going to back off. They're going to go for it. I give them credit.
Well, they hustle up to the line of scrimmage. Low snap. Lemke able to gather it in.
Same
Goes
thing.
far
Get out of
side.
bounds.
Same play. Kaufman again.
Right.
Gets out of bounds.
First down.
Dances out right near the first down stick. He'll have enough. Gain of 11 at the 45 and a first down for the Suns.
Don't be surprised if they do go a little hitch and go.
Well, that's what you can set up with a little play like that because you've gone twice out to the outside. Now Kaufman might surprise you and take it upfield on a little hitch. Again, we're late here in the fourth quarter. Under a minute remaining. Game tied at
Falls
7.
is jamming the receiver out there now. That'll help a little bit.
Lemke on the move to the right side. Throws it away.
Yeah.
Incomplete. Smart move there by Lemke.
Yeah, Falls took the outside linebacker out and put him in front of that receiver so he doesn't get that free release off the line, and that throws off the timing a little bit. Also puts a underneath coverage out there.
Tell you what, we'll give that our smartest play of the game, brought to you by the Wisconsin National Guard. Lemke with the opportunity there, trying to, instead of forcing it down the field, wisely threw that one out of bounds. That was our smartest play of the game, brought to you by the Wisconsin National Guard. 2nd and 10 for the Suns. High snap, brought down by Lemke, now trying to rush it up across the line of scrimmage, gets to the 46 before he is buried there. And a timeout again taken by Menomonee Falls. That'll slow things down. Their second timeout here stops the clock with 34 seconds left. Dylan Prout on the stop that time for Falls.
Well, we're back in the same situation. 3rd and long. Running short on time. I think West Bend East might have one more timeout left. I know they've used at least 2. So they're going to need a big play here to get anywhere near a field goal situation. Falls, I think, it's got to be careful they don't play that prevent defense that gives you that long gain.
Well, tonight's Drive of the Game award goes to the West Bend East, Menomonee Falls, where they recovered the fumble, or I should say East recovered the fumble and went on to score their only touchdown thus far, capped off by the run there as you see it. The play of the drive of the game, I should say, brought to you by Wisconsin Department of Transportation. 0 in Wisconsin.
Seeing that drive right now. Quarterback bounces off and goes in, Zach Lemke.
And that was our drive of the game tonight. 3rd down and 8.
Man in motion.
Lemke will try and run up the middle. Nice open field tackle there by the defensive lineman right away. Got at the line of scrimmage. I believe that was Prout again, his 3rd tackle here in this fourth quarter. Able to make a nice play. And Menomonee Falls stopping the clock with 29 seconds left. Will look like they might get a chance here in regulation.
Right. So now the question is, do you keep somebody back to field the punt? or do you put 11 guys up there and see if you can make something happen? At the same time, West Bend East could possibly fake it if you put 11 guys up. So we'll see. It's
Well, the risk you run by faking, though, if you don't get
Give
it
them the
across the
ball,
line
right.
of scrimmage, you're going to give them the ball in your territory, even though they're without timeouts. But you give them an opportunity here. As you said, a field goal may end up winning this ball game yet.
Yeah, I really don't think they'll fake it in this situation, based on the fact that they ran a running play there. They'll be happy just to get the kickoff. Falls is putting one guy back. They're going to bring 10 guys, and I would think they're probably going to rush and try to put some pressure on.
You had a look at Corey Parrish, their long snapper, a sophomore.
He's a very good snapper. Snapped last year as a freshman.
Pruitt gets a low
Falls is
snap,
off
able to
mark.
gather that one in. They tried to rush
Nice
him, got
kick.
off a nice kick. It'll bounce inside the 30 and take a forward roll back to the 24-yard line. So Menomonee Falls out of timeouts, 19 seconds left here in regulation in a tie ball game.
Well, I think if I was Falls, I would take a knee here and take my chances from the 25-yard line rather than try to throw a long bomb and see if we can get lucky. It's certainly possible, but I think the percentages are better in overtime than they are from where they are right now.
That punt by Pruitt, much harder than it appeared because you got a wet football, muddy part of the field. He was able to get a good foot into that one. Drive Falls back to their own 24. 19 seconds left. Roble will work from shotgun. Roble will just hand it off. Scroggins tries to work his way over the right side across the 25 out to the 27-yard line. And Ryan Krantz, the defensive tackle for the Suns, able to make the play, and our regulation time is going to run out here, and we're headed to overtime. Rainy evening here in West Bend East will be extended at least for one more overtime quarter. We're tied at 7 heading into overtime on the Thursday Night Live, All-State Thursday Night Live here on My 24.
Okay, there's 3 minutes here, and they
We'll get a coin flip.
get a coin flip. There's 3 minutes. So now the choice is, you have a choice of which end you want to do it at, or which if you want the ball. I think if you're going defense, you probably want them to be in the mud, but then you have to be in the mud too. So that's certainly the better end down there.
Do you guys have any thoughts? We need to figure out what we're going to use for our good hands play of the game feature.
I'll think about it. Let's see.
How about Pruitt's catch here in that last drive by West Bend? Those two nice catches there on those last two plays. One of those two,
Yeah,
you think
we can go with that? Yeah.
Or I should say Kaufman. 21 for West Bend East.
Actually, the nicest catch was that interception by
We could go with that too.
By Waniger.
Waniger's interception.
If you can
yeah.
find that interception by Waniger, that would be the best catch of the game.
The third one, right?
Yeah.
His third interception. Okay.
Falls is on defense, and they're using the good end down here.
Overtime here tonight as we get a look at our Good Hands Play of the Game award, and that goes to Weiniger. The interception there on that nice play for West Bend East. So our Robbie Weiniger gets the Good Hands Play of the Game award. The Good Hands Play of the Game award presented by Allstate. Well, Menomonee Falls will work on defense here to start our overtime period. West Bend East will go on offense. We'll work it on the less muddy part of the field, if you will, here tonight.
Yeah, right.
We'll work it down to our left here on the north end. And they'll put the ball in play. 25-yard line. Each team will have a shot at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, this is not sudden death. Each team gets a chance to score.
So
if they end up tied, they do it again.
4 downs here from the 25 to try and get it in. They can actually get a first down, and Lemke will drop back, looking to throw through the hands of his intended receiver, Kaufman, incomplete. Broken up by Cole Hernickel that time on the defensive end for the Menomonee Falls Indians.
Yeah, I think Kaufman would probably tell you he should have caught that. It was right there, and he's been very reliable tonight. Picked a bad time to
so
come up short.
Second and 10 here from the 25. Again, they can get to the 15 for a first down. We're in overtime. First possession here for West Bend East. Lemke, the quarterback, Zach Lemke, breaks a tackle, busts it outside 20, 15, 10, to out of bounds just short of the 5-yard line, went out at the 7. Ushering him out that time was Josh Smith, the defensive back for Menomonee Falls.
Yeah, that was a really nice run by Zach Lemke. He really did that by himself. Everybody was in tight on the fake to the running back, and he took it to his left and was able to get down the sideline. He's in the area where there's good grass, no mud, so they're in business now.
First and goal, they'll officially spot it at the 8. Lemke sends a man in motion, hands it off. Joe Lemke probes the middle of the field, across the 5 to the goal line. Is he in? No signal, he is. Touchdown, Suns. West Bend East on the board. As they're able to get the touchdown on the first overtime drive. Lemke on the nice run.
Lemke to Lemke on that.
It was Joe Lemke, the running back, who ran that one in. Or Sam Lemke, I should say, the sophomore, who ran that one in for the touchdown.
That was impressive.
Now it's just important here for Kaufman to attempt the extra point. Low snap, they get it down. Kaufman's kick is up, and it is good. So a 7-point lead here, 14-7 on the first overtime possession here by West Bend East.
Well, that extra point's huge. That forces Menomonee Falls, of course, if they score, they have to decide if they're going to go for the tie or go for 2. Usually a coach decides before a game what, in a situation like this, what he probably will do. He talks to his team about it. And but their big problem is they need to get to the end zone first. Otherwise, it's a moot point.
Now the Indians will have their turn here in overtime. Greg Roble will lead them up to the line of scrimmage. He'll work from shotgun. And he'll hand it off Christensen on that stretch play. Nice defensive play in the backfield there as he stopped. Christensen stopped for a loss. Zach Decent with a decent play there for a loss.
Right. Yeah, he's been around all night long. That was an excellent play because Christensen has got some speed.
Loss of 5 back to the 30-yard line. 2nd and 15 now for Menomonee Falls. Now you got to be thinking about getting that first down marker, getting that ball to the 15-yard line. Malafa split out here the near side. 3 receivers to the right. Roble with time, going with Malafa. It is diving catch. Did he make it? Yes, he did at the 4-yard line in front of Herbst, the defender. Brandon Herbst was back there, and Malafa able to make the catch at the 4. First and goal, Menomonee Falls.
Yeah, they just lined the split end up out there one-on-one.
Roble got the matchup he wanted. Single coverage. Kind of broke in toward a little skinny post move at the 5 and able to make that reception in front of Herbst. First and goal, Menomonee Falls.
Well thrown ball.
Roble will hand it off. Christensen up the middle. Touchdown, Menomonee Falls.
That's interesting. Both teams, all of a sudden, their offenses come to life and they get to overtime.
Christensen able to walk that one right up the middle for the touchdown. And an extra point away from tying this and sending this into a second overtime period.
I kind of wonder where they were all night long.
Now, I got to ask you, Coach, do you go for 2 or do you kick the 1 to tie it?
You know, there's no right or wrong in that. I think if you think it's your best chance, why you go for 2.
And they will go for 2 and the win right here. Ball game on the line. Going for the 2-point conversion, Roble from shotgun. We'll hand it off. Christensen struggles to the 2. He's going to be denied. Christensen denied. The Suns snap a 10-game losing streak as they upset Menomonee Falls here tonight. 14-13. Nate Turner The defensive end got the first hit on Christensen as he hit the line of scrimmage, and the Suns turn away the Indians here tonight.
Well, that's an excellent ball game, really, in spite of the conditions. I think that I think you have to say the Suns probably deserved to win based on what happened during the entire football game, but Menomonee Falls certainly had a fair chance, and they made the decision to go for two. I'm not surprised by it. I think I maybe would have called a play where he had a few more options than just handing it to the back running up the middle of the defense. A rollout or something like that gives you the run-pass option. But that's the call they made. They'll live with it, and the Suns have broken the streak.
I can't fault the coach for making a call like that because you're going for the win, and anytime you're going to go for the win, you live and die with that one play, and certainly no second guessing here. I think that's the appropriate way. You kick the extra point, you send it in a second overtime. There's no guarantee you're going to win that overtime period, so why not? You just scored. You kind of broke their back a little bit, thinking maybe you might get them on their heels off that immediate touchdown there. But, again, a well-played ball game by both teams here tonight in the rain and mud here in West Bend. And congratulations to the Suns picking up their first win in nearly 2 years.
Right. Yeah, they did play an excellent ball game, especially after what happened early in the first quarter where they got backed up and they had an unfortunate punt situation that turned into a 5-yard drive for Menomonee Falls for a touchdown. But after that, it was pretty much the Suns all night long. And I think that's something for them to build on. They jump right into the fire next week, I believe. I think they might play Wisconsin Lutheran next week, so that'll be interesting.
A happy bunch of West Bend East Suns, their first win since the end of the 2008 campaign. They went winless last year as we toss it down to Brian Calhoun in the trophy presentation.
Back up.
Did you do it already?
No, I didn't.
You did it?
We're waiting for the band.
There it is.
Hold that for a second.
Thank you, sir. Nice job, guys. Yeah!
Where's the head coach at?
Great. The collision of the game.
Collision of the game? Do we have one?
Yeah, that last play there on the 2-point conversion.
Oh, okay, right.
Stand by. Take out this score because you can't see it. Yeah, collision of the game. Here we go. Time? Yeah. Sure.
Who was it got the tackle?
10, 9, 8, 7.
Welcome back to Carl Pig Memorial Field in West Bend.
Nate Turner, yeah.
Well, tonight's collision of the game goes to Nate Turner, the defensive end, on the 2-point conversion by Christensen that time, trying to get in the end zone, forced the fumble, turned away Menomonee Falls. The collision of the game brought to you every week by the Boucher Automotive Group with body shops and service departments all over southeast Wisconsin to fix whatever is dented or broken on your car. A very happy bunch of West Bend East Suns here tonight as we send it down to Brian Calhoun.
Coach, congratulations on the win against Menomonee Falls. Here's the Wisconsin National Guard banner. Congratulations on the win, Coach.
We are Suns!
What a ball game here tonight. Overtime and through a rain and lightning delay here early on, it was well worth it for this West Bend East group. They are just soaking this one up, so to speak, pun intended here tonight, as they score the first touchdown in overtime, kick the extra point. Menomonee Falls comes back, scores, but then on the 2-point conversion denied, and the Suns even their record now at 1-1 as they are able to pick up their first win since the late 2008 campaign.
Well, that's exactly right, and they really deserved to win the game. They outplayed Menomonee Falls after the first half of the first quarter, and I guess there's a little bit of poetic justice in what happened at the end, although both teams found their offense all of a sudden. As far as statistics go, Falls ended up with, 4 first downs, and the West Bend had 16. It falls at 0 at half. 255 total yards for West Bend, 108 for the Falls. Pass yardage for West Bend was 62 to 47 for the Falls. 193 yards rushing for West Bend, only 61 for Menomonee Falls. 1 for 9 on third down efforts. Huge difference was the 4 turnovers that the Indians had tonight, and the Suns were able to take advantage of the 1 to get their touchdown in the first half. So they hadn't won a game. They lost their last game in 2008 in the playoffs. They lost 9 in a row last year. They lost the first game this year. So actually they had lost 11 straight games, and they come back and beat a team that was played for a state championship last fall. Obviously a different team. Both teams are different. But that's a storyline of the game tonight, and I think you got to give West Bend East credit for hanging in there. And they played like their coach said. He said they'll play hard every down. Even though we're young, we'll play hard every down, and they did.
Well, tonight's player of the game for West Bend East, certainly Robbie Weininger with 3 interceptions here tonight. As you get a look at his performance here, and this may be the first of 3 here tonight that set up the Suns here this evening, and part of that 4 turnover package tonight. Robbie Weininger, the senior, 5'8", 150 pounds, and this might be the most spectacular one you're going to see in quite a while, stepping in front of Von Bank that time for the pick, and then his final pick here where he just jumped the route on the outside, the ball overthrown. Robbie Weininger, tonight's player of the game for West Bend East. Player of the Game award brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. So fun ball game here tonight despite the rain and the lightning delays, but hey, it was a great, exciting finish here in overtime, going to West Bend East by a final of 14-13. Don't forget, we'll be with you again next Thursday night, September 9th, part of our All-State Thursday Night Light package, this time in the inner city of Milwaukee as we go to the city conference. Milwaukee Riverside taking on Bradley Tech. That'll be at 7 o'clock from South Stadium on the beautiful south side of Milwaukee. That's our next game on the All-State Thursday Night Light on My 24. Thanks to our terrific crew here tonight, weather the storms and doing a fantastic job, our spotting crew and our stat crew, and for Dick Basham, John Weiser saying thank you for watching tonight. Once again, the final score, West Bend East 14, Menomonee Falls 13. Until next Thursday at South Stadium, have a great week, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the All-State Thursday Night Light High School Game of the Week on My 24.